What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Starting 5 minutes early because I'm already here. What's good, y'all? What is good with you? Making sure everything's all good to go. So we're all good on this end over here. So what's up, y'all? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So you probably notice a little difference in my voice right now. It's because I'm not being all super hyped up and jumping.
Critical
Gonna be a
underscore
chill
shot
day.
said yo.
What's good, shot? How's it
Old
going,
RMI
dog?
plays 2 said welcome critical underscore shot. You have been awarded some points.
Yo,
Used.
shot. What's
Points
good
to
with you?
check your balance.
What's good, shot? What's good with you, dog? How's it going today, man? So today we just chilling, relaxing, playing ourselves a different game. You can even tell by the tone of my voice that I'm just a little bit. It's a little bit more of a chill day today.
Critical underscore shot said what happened to you?
Nothing, man. So here's the thing, dog. Let me turn this down real quick. The sound, it's really loud. Hold on. Audio, master volume. Turn it down a little bit. It's really loud in my ear. Nothing, dog. Actually, so here's the thing about me, shop. So when I'm playing something like Fortnite and stuff like that, I have a different voice. It's like I call a presentation voice, right? So basically, when I talk in this manner like this, it's a little bit more of a higher pitch. You know, I talk like this because it's more presentation, because it's supposed to be more hyper, super high energy and things like that. But this is actually how I normally talk.
Critical
This is more normal
underscore shot
voice.
said oh.
What's up, Yeet?
Yeet, Australia emoji, said HI.
What's
Old
up,
RMI
Yeet?
plays 2 said welcome each flag emoji. You have been awarded some points. Used. Points to check your balance.
So we just chilling for the day. Have ourselves a little play something different, a little bit different than Fortnite for the day. Kind of just want to chill out and relax a bit.
Critical underscore shot said that's more chill voice.
Yeah, it's more of a my chill voice, you know. But yeah, so basically, I just wanted to come and chill. Let's start with the window.
Australia emoji said okay.
Yeah, let's have more of a window chill. Let me see, this one. There it is. But yeah, so mainly today is just more or less a chill day. Kind of like, you know, relaxing and stuff like that. We ain't gonna be doing nothing too crazy, playing this game mainly all day today. So I just wanted to kind of chill, hang out with you guys for a little bit. Let me do this one. There it is. So yeah, more or less, it's kind of like a story time too. That's a heck of a jump. I got a leap on me. So, you need to know more about me. I figure it'll be a good day today to be the day that y'all, if y'all want to ask questions, y'all can ask questions. Y'all just want to
Critical
talk.
underscore shot said what will you play today other than this?
I'm gonna stick with this. Maybe for today, maybe we'll start with some Mass Effect. I went and downloaded Mass Effect as well. But this is more or less, just gotta get into the nooks and crannies of this. Go up here like this. Let me see, tire. You gotta get around the back, that's right. There's a back to this.
Critical underscore shot said oh nice.
Yeah, I might throw in something else, depending on how tired I get, how tired this I might get. Let's see, get down in here. Get right in there. So I don't think I got that all the way good yet. The grill hasn't been gotten good yet.
Critical underscore shot said aboard.
Hmm. You said bored? You're bored already? So y'all can help me with this one. But yeah, so basically more or less, do you guys have any like questions? Like today is basically a day for y'all to ask questions if y'all have any questions. If not, I'm just gonna talk about different stories about my life. So if y'all don't know,
Critical underscore shot said if you retired and bored I said.
if you're tired or bored, I said. Yeah, basically. So, a little bit about myself. So y'all know me as Old Army Plays. That's my name that I use. Real name is Joel. Got that up. Joel Jenkins. Been pretty much my birth name. That'd be my government name right there. So 38 years old. Been playing games all my life. Playing games all my
Critical
life.
underscore shot said yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I got that. So, mainly I came from a pretty humble beginning. How do I pick this up right here? F. Place. Pretty humble beginning. I was pretty much my entire life. I was raised by a single mom. And yeah. Raised by a single mom, lived in LA, grew up in Lancaster, California. So I'm a Cali boy, if y'all didn't know. Why is this like this? Okay. Maybe I didn't notice it. Pretty much a Cali boy. Y'all didn't know anything about that. I grew up originally in, in Inglewood. Lived in West Los Angeles, basically back in the 90s. So yes, I'm a lot older than most of a lot of y'all.
Critical underscore shot said I did he.
Yeah. Grew up back in the 90s. I feel like this is... Did I hit something? There it is. So grew up in the 90s. And so, yeah. My first game I ever played, truly, was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. To go a little bit further back though, I was introduced to video games by my uncle. My uncle was a big
Critical
video game
underscore
guy.
shot said are 40-year-old or what?
No. I'm 38, close to 40. According to internet times, I'm a freaking ancient. I'm freaking ancient, according to internet times. But actually, I am 38. Gonna be 39 this year. And yeah, I grew up, like I said, in East Los Angeles. I lived in Inglewood until I was like around 5 or 6. I grew up in Inglewood when I was like around 5 or 6. And from there, I moved over to East Los Angeles with my mother. Like I said, she raised me by herself. Oop. There we are. Let me get all this right here. She basically raised me by herself. I'm missing something. It's only 99% clean. What am I missing? Oh, that's good. What is it? The grill?
Fuel Roblox said fine 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 fine
What's
fine
good,
fine fine
dog?
fine 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 fine.
What was
Oldar My
that?
Place 2 said welcome Fuel Roblox. You have been awarded some points.
Fuel
Use
Roblox.
points to check your balance. Danny Daisy said WSG Army.
What's good, Danny?
Oldar My Place 2 said welcome Danny Daisy. You have
I'm
been
missing
awarded some points.
Something somewhere.
Use points to check your balance. Oldar My Plays 2 said Danny Daisy your
So-
points balance is 300.
Yep, there you go,
Daisy
Danny.
said points. Critical underscore shot said points. Oldar My Plays 2
see.
said critical underscore shot your points balance is man.
Okay, that's
Danny
it.
Daisy asks how you doing D.
So
2
we're
a.m.
doing
Mr. Savage clicks up and said yo.
bumpers.
Oldar My Plays 2 said welcome to AM Mr.
What's up,
Savage clicks
Savage?
FN. You have been awarded some points. Use points to check your balance. Critical
Let's go with you,
underscore
Savage.
shot said what's nan. 2 a.m.
None
Mr. Savage
means-
clicks up and said yo.
What's good with you, yo? None basically means that that you have 0. So doors.
2 a.m.
bumper.
Mr. Savage clicks up and said points.
But
Oldar
yeah,
My Plays
so
2
what I
said
was
2
saying.
a.m. Mr. Savage clicks up and your points balance is 300.
Let me see. R to rotate nozzle. There it is. That's a good one right there.
Critical underscore shot said behind tires you gotta clean.
Let me see. No, the only thing is left is just the windows. I got all the tires, just the windows. So one of these windows are not done properly. I think I got this one. I got that one. So I think I got this one. Let me see.
2 a.m.
This one?
Mr. Savage clicks up and said how do you be a mod?
Mod, you just gotta be here. You gotta be in the Discord. And yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, basically story time. So when we moved, I was with my mom. She was a single parent. So we moved over from Inglewood to East Los Angeles for a bit. Then we moved over to 57th, where I used to live right across the street from a whole bunch of gang violence. But I never joined a gang. Nope. Where's the window? What window? Oh, this one? There it is. There we go. Time lapse. So basically, I was there. I never joined a gang, and my mom kept me out of that. I have a brother and a sister. Y'all see him there from time to time. Big Jake, that's my brother. Start that job. That is my younger brother. I have to say younger brother because he's not little. He's actually bigger than me. Okay, cool. We're gonna start here. Start here with
Critical underscore shot said that's good you did join the gang.
Yeah. Mainly is because my mom made sure I didn't do that. I was more scared of my mom than ever being part of anything like that. Trust and believe. I had what you call one of those stereotypical black moms, which was interesting to say the least. But yeah, so I did that we lived there until I was, I want to say 13, and then I moved out to Lancaster, where I went to junior high school, which I'm not sure where you guys are. You guys are from California or from the United States, but how it works over there, legitimately, how it works over there is if you start off in high school, you start off in elementary school, then you go to what they call junior high school, right? So I went to junior high school, and then from there, I went on to high school. And I'm gonna be really, really honest with you guys. When I was in school, I was nowhere close to being a good student by any means. Not by any means whatsoever.
Danny Daisy said, why this game so satisfying?
I don't know. It just is. It just is. This game right here is just so good. Just like, you just got to be so perfect. Like, here, have y'all ever used a real pressure washer? It's almost as good as this, just a
Nobi
little
said,
bit better.
Why, what's up, BRO? Old
What's
Army
up, yo?
Plays 2 said, welcome, Nobi.
What's
You have
good,
been awarded
Nobi?
some points. Used. Points to check your balance.
What's good, Nobi? So we just sitting here with a story time. So yeah, so I grew up. I went to, what was that? Oh yeah. So I went to junior high school. Like I said, if y'all don't know the American
Nobi said,
school
I was
system.
just stopping and saying hey before I went to bed.
Thank
Danny
you, dog.
Daisy said, lol WSG Nobe. Kofi Streambot said, visit Old
So,
Army
thank you,
Plays'
newbie.
Kofi page at.
So
Nobi
thank you,
said,
newbie.
WSP Danny.
Thank you, newbie, for
Danny
stopping
Daisy
in.
said, oh night, Nobi.
You have a good night, Nobi. You have a good one, man. Thank you for stopping in. Hope this helps you out a little bit.
Nobi said, I'ma listen to the story though.
Okay. So, I was pretty much, when I was living in Lancaster. Oh, so I know a lot of my viewers aren't from America, so the American school system basically works like this: that you have elementary school, elementary school, junior high school, and then high school, right? So when I was in junior high school, I was not good at any. I was not a good student, right? I even went to continuation school, which is basically in between.
Critical _
Like
shot
summer
said,
school?
I know I have been there.
Yeah, so like
Nobi said, yes.
I was in like a continuation school. So basically, what continuation school was basically it's a school. Well, like I said, a continuation school. If you don't pass junior high school with passable grades, or elementary school with passable grades, or yeah, junior high school with passable grades, you will be sent to continuation school so they can continue on with your education, right? I went to continuation school because I wasn't doing really good in school. I really didn't have no reason. I really didn't want to do much of anything, mainly because I was lazy. Just be realistic with you. I went to continuation school. I almost flunked out of there. At that point in time, I was almost about to flunk out of school completely, to be really real with you. And even in continuation school, this is where I got, like, you guys see my lip? I actually got into a lot of fights there. You see my lip right here? Actually split.
Nobi said, when I was in 5th grade I was the worst kid you'd see. I got a teacher
Yeah.
to quit sadly and got into at least 20 fights that year and had terrible grades.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Like, so, like, I used to get into a lot of fights. Like, so this right here is my lip is actually split. That's why it comes down to a point. Like, if you look at my lip, it comes down to a point. It's because my lip was actually split when I was in continuation school. When I was in elementary school, I used to fight all the time. And then continued on. When I was in LA,
Nobi
just
said I
had
didn't
to.
lose though.
Yeah, I never really lost. I don't know, it was just one of those type of people that I did not like to lose. But I did get into a lot of fights when I was younger, truthfully. But anyways, I went to continuation school and did that. Ended up finally
Nobi said I
passing.
broke a hand and foot in fights.
Yeah. I don't even know how many kids I put in the hospital. There was this one time I got into a fight and I just didn't stop. And the kid actually, the parents wanted to press charges on me. I remember that. My mom had to go in and smooth it out.
Critical _ shot said, damn, real life melee only fight in Warzone.
Yeah. No, I got into a really bad one. It was one time I got into a fight with this kid.
Nobi said the injuries are never worth it, but it's just when you're in the moment you don't think.
Yeah, basically. I was in this fight with this kid. I forget what it was. I think he basically just called me a B. And we got into that fight. I got into that fight and I just didn't stop punching the kid. All the way up until the point where... Is that hurt? Okay. All the way up until the point where I was just like, the kid ended up getting hospitalized and the parents almost for willing to press charges against me, but my mom smoothed it out. I still don't know to this day what she had did. But yeah, so that's basically how my schooling went all the way up until high school. When I finally got out of continuation school by the luck of the draw, honestly, honestly with continuation school, the thing about it was that they had packets, right? So in some schools in USA, they some schools kind of like how if you go get a GED,
Critical
they have
underscore
packets,
shot
right?
said, did he call you black or female dog?
Female dog.
Critical underscore shot said, just asking.
Yeah, female dog, female dog. But like oh yeah. So what I was saying was in continuation school they had these packets, right? And so with these packets, what they would do is they would give them to you, and that's how
Critical
you
underscore
completed your
shot
credits.
said, oh damn, he deserved it.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't deserve what I gave him, truthfully. But so like he so back in continuation school they had these packets kind of like if you go in the United States you can go and get like a GED, right? They'll give you packets. Well, packets, if every packet you complete you'll get a credit. So I would complete the packets and everything to that nature, but you have to do them within a certain time limit, right? I never completed like my first time through continuation because you only get 2 times in continuation school, then they just kick you out. So my first time through continuation school I didn't complete the packets. My second time they used all the same packets. So all I did was just repeat the same things over and over and over again, and I ended up passing continuation school pretty easily. So my first year in high school, I was in ninth grade. How did I drop again? Oh, I was in ninth grade. I didn't go into high school until roughly halfway through the ninth grade, right? On top of that, I was pretty much a pretty big loner. Honestly, I didn't have many friends. Didn't have many friends. I didn't have many people that I like to talk to and hang out with. All the people that I did were much older than me and they lived on my block. But I ended up going to high school, right? While in
Critical
high
underscore
school,
shot said, why?
I was very impersonal. Like legitimately, I was just very. I was not a very personable guy. Like I wasn't a very nice person, truthfully. I always grew up with a chip on my shoulder. Mainly because I didn't have my father along with me.
Nobi said, I don't have friends, but that's because I choose, and that's only because I don't feel like I want them.
Yeah. So I didn't have many people that I had
Nobi
trust
said,
issues.
but I consider you a friend.
Oh, thank you, Nobi. I consider you a friend too. You've been riding with me for a minute. Met you over on Reed Stream. But yeah, so like I didn't have many friends when I was in high school, mainly because I had trust issues.
Critical underscore shot
Truthfully?
said, yeah, me too, hee hee.
Like oop, wrong thing. I wanted like I said, my mom was a single parent, right? So I had trust issues because I always wanted my father to be there, but that didn't ever materialize. He's not my father. He's not my father, guys. He's my sperm donor. That's why I refer to him as.
Critical underscore shot said,
Yeah, I refer to him as my sperm donor. He's not my. I had a father. His name was Roosevelt. He was one of the greatest people you'll ever meet. That was my father. His name was Roosevelt Newman, and he was by far the greatest guy I've ever met. Rest in peace, Dad. But I had issues at the time. He wasn't a part of my life yet.
Nobi said, my mom and dad split apart when I was 1 and they were both single parents and taking care of at least 3.
Yeah.
Critical underscore shot said, who is he?
Roosevelt Newman was my father. My mother ended up remarrying when I was like 15, and she ended up marrying this man named Roosevelt, who was my father. There it is. That's better. That's a big one. What's this one? No, that's not good. So she ended up remarrying this guy named Roosevelt, who I consider to be my actual father. Back up a
Nobi
bit.
said it made me mature and pretty much become a parent at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I had to help raise my brother and sister. Had to help keep them away from the gangs and things like that too, which was crazy. Cause like I
Critical
said,
underscore shot said he sounds like a really cool and good smiling face with sunglasses emoji.
yeah, he was. My father was a great guy. So yeah. Anyways, so I made it through continuation school, right? Eventually. Rotate. Made it through continuation school, which was a heck of a thing to do, but I did do it. Went to high school and joined. Eventually, did my ninth grade year, right? At the time, still though, don't get it twisted. I still very much was like, I don't want to really do much of anything, you know. So I didn't do much when it came down to schoolwork. So I always say to people, it's always best to make sure you do your schoolwork, things like that, right? But I didn't do my schoolwork. I didn't do much of anything. I was still very much pretty rough around the edges.
Nobi said yeah, I get that.
You know, still pretty much rough around the edges. But eventually, they come to find out I have what they like to call this. So I have ADD. I was diagnosed with ADD at a much younger age. I was diagnosed with ADD when I was in high school, around the ninth grade, right? So, and then I was also diagnosed with this thing called dysgraphia.
Nobi said I'm set on the U.S. Marines.
Oh yeah, I joined the United States Army. That was my plan. Originally, my plan when I first got out of high school was to just go join the Marines. Honestly, that's what I thought I was going to do when I got older. I ended up joining the Army. But what was one of the things was what was that? Oh yeah, so I was diagnosed with this thing called dysgraphia, right? Which is a form of dyslexia. And if you don't know what dyslexia is, right? It's so dyslexia, right? You read something, right? And you read it.
Nobi said I'm set on that, then I want to maybe go and be a cop.
Honestly, Nobi, that was my goal originally. I wanted to either be a video game designer or a cop or a firefighter. But I was going to join
Nobi
the
said
Marines
I know
regardless.
what that is, my cousin has it.
Yeah. But so dyslexia, I have dyslexia. So for y'all who don't know what dyslexia is basically you see words, right? And you read words normally, or like some people can read words normally, right? If you read you, right? I see them backwards. So I see UOY. So when it comes to words and spelling and things like that, so I have that. So I have a form of that which is called dysgraphia. So dysgraphia, what that is I see the words properly. So I don't see the words backwards, but when I go to pronounce them or I go to say them or I go to spell them, they come out backwards, or they proceed in my brain backwards. They proceed in my mind backwards. So in other words, it's like I go to spell bottle, right? You spell bottle right here, Bottle, right? I can read that perfectly fine, right? But if I take that away, I'm gonna end up spelling it Ellttob. So it's a little hardening to say the least. So going through high school with that, where everything is, writing and things like that, made life a lot harder to say the least. But eventually I got diagnosed with it and I started getting help with that. So, and that was due to my mother fighting for me, truthfully, because she was like, has to be something up. A lot of people just thought I was just stupid. So this was back in the 90s. where people didn't really acknowledge things like that, like mental health and like
Nobi said, well, I
dyslexia.
have to go, bro. I had an amazing time taking to you, bro, and I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem, dog. You have a
Critical
good one.
underscore shot said, okay, I can confirm it because nobody can spell backwards so fast.
It's just how that is. But yeah, so I have that when I was in high school. I've had that all my life actually. But like I said,
Psychoanalytic Effrontery 7 said, cheap viewers
what's
on
up,
stream,
dude?
boo.
Uh,
Remove the space.
I gotta really take care of that.
CIB.
So I have that
Netflix
plus
official said,
ADD.
support a creator code old army.
I have
Critical
that.
underscore shot said, damn, I don't know, that's cool for me. Nobi said, you too, bro, I felt like we related a lot.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. Anytime, man. Anytime. So, I got diagnosed with that, right? So obviously I have that going on. I have my ADD going on, which I was diagnosed with. I refuse to take any type of medication for that. I don't like stimulants. And so yeah, that's basically how my high school life was. I didn't have much of a focus until I was in, I want to say 10th grade, right? Ninth grade, I just kind of, excuse my French, I just kind of fucked off. And then, I want to say basically.
Critical underscore shot said, does that deter you while studying or speaking?
Yes, all the
Kofi
time actually.
Streambot said, visit old my places Kofi page at.
All the time actually. If you want me to be completely honest with you, Shot, it's something that I deal with every day. Like if I'm trying to type or text or write, speak, like my spelling's all off, everything. Reading, it affects everything. Truly. But, you know, it is what it is. It allows, like the fact I have ADD, right?
Critical underscore shot said, oh man, sorry dog, that is sad.
No, that's all good. It makes me who I am. Makes me me. It allows me to think of really interesting stuff or crazy stuff a lot of the time. Like legitimately, like it's helped me out a lot more than has hindered me, but that's mainly.
Shot said, yeah.
It's helped me out a lot more than it has hindered me in my life, you know? Truly. But like, so I didn't have much of a focus until I hit 10th grade, right? And I want to believe from 10th grade on, I had joined a choir. So, y'all should know, I think everybody knows basically what a choir is. But just in case, it's basically a group where you can go and you sing. Usually you sing gospel songs, things like that. And if y'all don't know, just in case if y'all don't know, I am a strong believer. I have a strong religious belief. Where is this at? Right here. I have a very strong religious belief. It's just how I am.
Yeet,
there we are.
Australia emoji.
What's up?
Said I CANSOMERELATECUZIADHD.
Yeah. Here's a few tricks I've learned with ADHD. So tab to show dirt.
Critical underscore shot said, yeah, me too, am religious.
Yeah, okay. So I have a very strong religious belief, just how I am. So like, what you call it? Ugh, excuse me, nose is itchy. So I would join the choir, right? Always been a part of the choir since I was young. Basically. But, yeah. So I went and joined the choir, and then from there, it helped me give me a little bit more focus. Gave me a lot more focus, one would say, actually. It helped me focus myself together, things like that. When it comes to like things like ADHD and things like that, focus is like the biggest thing. So I found that this is probably one of the most interesting ways of dealing with it, to take things and gamify it. Like, I've always been a big, like, I've always loved video games, right? The reason why I love video games with a person who has, and the people who have ADHD loves video games so much, truthfully, because it's instant gratification. So if you ever wonder, if you have ADHD, you ever wonder why you like playing video games so much or playing video games to such an extent, it's because you get instant gratification. That's one big thing about, releases endorphins and all that scientifical stuff in your head. That's another reason why I've always loved playing video games. But I joined a choir, and it gave me more of a reason,
Critical underscore shot said, how did you find out about ADHD that you have it?
Basically, I got a test when I was in high school. They basically tested to see if I had it or not, and the test said I did. This one didn't go, did it? Let me see around here. So they gave me a test in high school to see if I had it or not, which it turned out that I did.
Underscore shot said, oh.
Yeah. But that's why I say thank you to choir, because they helped me. It helped me get a focus. Helped me gamify. Basically, helped me gamify what I was doing, because I always loved singing, and it was just something that I found easy to do because I've grown up around singing my entire life. Sperm donor was a singer. My mother was a singer. My grandmother was a singer. Which, my grandmother, God bless her if she's watching. Love you. I thank you very much for everything that you've ever done for me. All the time. And if y'all don't, make sure you guys call your grandmothers and tell them you love them, because you have no idea what they have done for you on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, so I dealt with that. And so, yeah. The reason I say all that is because eventually I got to go. So, have y'all ever heard of Carnegie Hall? Under here. That's where it's at. Let me go into here. Gotta get all this.
Critical underscore shot said, Stoner is actually was like, or you read just keep his name him. Yeet. Australia emoji said no.
The S donor. So y'all know what Carnegie. So you don't know what Carnegie Hall is? You live in Australia, right? What is the giant dome that people do concerts at? Forget what it's called. So basically, Carnegie Hall is like the second most prestigious
Mayhem
place
said
in the
hi.
world. What's up, Mayhem?
Plays 2 said, welcome Mayhem. You have been awarded some points.
What's good, Mayhem?
Points to check your balance. Yeet. Australia emoji said IDK. Mayhem said, do you remember me?
Mayhem. I think I do. So
Critical
you've been part of my
underscore
life
shot
all
said,
of my
was
life.
he actually a stoner, or you just kept his name like that?
Well, what's up? Was he actually a donor, or did I just get? Oh, that's his name to me, because he was never part of my life. He wasn't my father. He wasn't an actual donor like that. I call him that because he was not my actual father.
Mayhem said, I've been in your live all the time.
What's good with you, Mayhem? I'm happy that you've been here, dog.
Critical underscore shot said, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I refer to him as my donor. He was never a part of my life, truly. So that's what he was a donor. Like I said, my real father's name was Roosevelt Newman. Best man you'll ever meet. I don't think some of this is coming up because I think I need to have a little bit more powerful.
Mayhem said, I watch you every day.
Thank you, Mayhem. I'm happy to hear you, dog. Happy to hear from you, man. I'm just having a story time. So, anyways, went to sing at Carnegie Hall, which was a pretty awesome thing. And let me see. Done that. I've sung on a battleship, or not a battleship, on a cruise ship. We took second
Critical
in our
underscore
choir.
shot said Yup, who was part 1 and grew you up is the real father.
Yeah, yeah. Roosevelt Newman. That's him. Best man you'll ever meet. But yeah, so I was there. So yeah, I
Loyal
actually.
Fortnite name.
What's
Gray
up,
Antibit
Fortnite?
8591 asks yo, what's up?
What's good with you, Fortnite?
Old R my
Just
plays
story
said
time,
welcome
talking.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Antibit 8591. You
Eh,
have been awarded some points.
just
You.
talking,
Points to check
hanging
your
out.
balance. Mayhem said I was bored but then I saw your YouTube channel. I watch your YouTube channel. I started watching your.
Thank you, Mayhem. Very much. Thank you very much, dog. So yeah, where was I at? I was talking about my 10th grade. So yeah, joined choir, which was a godsend.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Antibit 8591 asks how do I check how many points I have? Critical
It's
underscore
kind of
shot
busted.
said damn forgot that it was family friendly between you said F word hee hee.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, sometimes I just kind of. I'm not family. I'm gonna be really real with y'all. I'm not family friendly by any means. I just don't like to cuss that often. Honestly. Especially when I'm streaming something like Fortnite and things like that. I just don't like to cuss. It's YouTube. I don't want to. I gotta be friendlier than most things. But I'm the furthest thing from family. If you sat down and listened to how I actually talk, y'all would be extremely surprised. Truly. But, realistically, let me go over here. Realistically, so yeah, anyway. You know, gotta keep in mind, I was in the army, guys. I can cuss like a sailor if I really truly need to. I just don't like to. So, anyways, I was in 10th grade, rocking around. And they basically, I remember here's one thing about me. One thing, if y'all don't know about me, y'all should know about me. I am extremely
Critical
competitive.
underscore shot said yeah you can understand because you're a father so a lot of younger people are watching kids and all.
Yeah, yeah.
Mayhem said what game are you playing?
I am playing PowerWash Simulator, Mayhem. I'm just playing PowerWash Simulator and talking. They're just talking and chilling today. Just kind of needed to not play Fortnite for my mental. Because I was playing Fortnite yesterday and I wasn't having as much fun as I usually would. And that was mainly because I was forcing it. So that's why this week I'm probably not going to play Fortnite as much, if I do at all. I'm going to play some different games like this. And just chill and talk with you guys, you know? I kind of just want to talk with you guys. You guys come in and hang out with me, but y'all really don't get to know the real me. The me as a person. And, you know, if I want people to come back and hang out and things like that, I probably should get them to let them know who they're hanging out with. So that's why today is story time. And that's why I picked this game, because I really wanted to play it. Honestly, I really want to play it since I saw Markiplier play it. If y'all don't know who Markiplier is, he's a really big YouTuber. Really big YouTuber. Like in the gaming space, he plays a lot of horror games. And he does like a lot of different things. Like he has a movie getting ready to come out soon. But he plays this game a lot, to the point where he made a podcast about it. But I really wanted to play this game, so I said, why not? Let's give it a shot today. And why not just talk? So, where was I at? I was at 10th grade. So, in 10th grade, I joined choir, which was really cool.
Critical underscore shot said I'm hanging out with a really cool guy for me and a real hero smiling face with sunglasses emoji smiling face with sunglasses emoji smiling face with sunglasses emoji smiling face with sunglasses emoji.
What's
Mayhem
up?
said I cannot wait until the Minecraft movie to come out.
Oh, that's already
JJ
out.
Loves Ira said hi. Old
What's
R
up,
My Plays
JJ?
2 said welcome JJ Loves Ira. You have been awarded some points.
What's good with you, JJ?
Points to check your balance.
Let me see. Trailers. Oh, I gotta get the other side. What's good with you, JJ? So, like I was saying, in 10th grade, I joined choir, which was the biggest, best thing for me. And
JJ
then,
Loves Ira said how are you?
I'm doing good, just
Critical
story time.
underscore shot said yep I have seen it already, it was alright, not much.
Yeah. I heard the Minecraft movie was actually not half bad, honestly. But, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinions when it comes to certain things. So, I remember when I was in 10th grade, right? They basically told me
Loyal
that
Fortnite
I wasn't
name.
going to.
GrayAnteater8591 said I thought you were playing Fortnite today. Mayhem
Nah.
said really critical shot. Critical underscore shot said yup.
Said, nah, Fortnite, dude. We're just chilling. Said, should have saw by the thumbnail that I wasn't, or the name, but it's all good. I'll play it probably some other time. Like I said, sometimes you just need a break, you know? I just needed a mental break from it. Just sitting there grinding and grinding and grinding. Eventually, you got to take a break from it sometimes. So, when I was in 10th grade, they told me that I was not going
Critical
to graduate
shot
high
said
school.
people think too much, it's just a movie, it can be good or accurate or bad.
Yeah.
Mayhem said today is story time.
Yeah. So,
Kofi Stream Bot said visit old R My Plays' Kofi
That
page
dirt.
at.
that is dirt. Over here. And
Mayhem
so
said we
over here.
chatting today.
Yep, we are chatting today.
Yeet, Australia emoji, asks HAVEYOUPLAYEDMINECRAFT.
Have I played Minecraft?
Critical
Yeah.
underscore shot said yeah sorry continue.
Well, to answer your,
Rick's official said support a creator code old army.
so right off the top, yes, I play Minecraft, and you can see that on my channel. I played even a few different mods. But yeah. So what I was saying was that they told me when I was in 10th grade that I was not going to graduate high school because of how I was treating school. I, being me in all my wisdom, took that as a challenge. Because how can they tell me what I can and cannot do? How dare they tell me what I can and cannot do? So, I took school a lot more seriously. I ended up graduating with a 3.9. Did all the stuff.
Critical underscore shot said damn.
Yep. Nope. I ended up graduating high school with a 3.9. They didn't think that was possible. Still to this day, I don't think they know exactly what the heck I did, but I still think they think I was like I was cheating in school and stuff like that. Probably still to this day. But I graduated high school with a 3.9. And then right after high school, I went to junior college, ABC, for a little bit. Did not like it. And so I hopped into the workforce. I was a car salesman at one point in time in my life. I worked at a presso shop. Wetzel's Pretzels. I used to sell, you want to know what type of car I used to sell? They were Volkswagens. So I was a car salesman for Volkswagen for a bit. Worked at a pretzel shop. Worked at a GameStop for a bit as
Mayhem said points.
Worked at
Old R My Plays 2 said Mayhem your points balance is 400.
There you go, Mayhem.
Critical underscore shot said nice.
Let me see. I worked at a GameStop. And yeah. all of that. I did all of that. I didn't go. I went to college. I was kind of done with school for a bit, honestly. I was going to go to the military right out of high school, right? But my mom didn't want me to because at the time we had just started. The United States just started the Iraq War, the Iraq-Afghanistan War, and she didn't want me to go to war. So I went and I worked around and I did all types of things like that. Eventually, it led me to joining the military. So that's why you guys see the whole army in my name. I eventually joined the military.
Mayhem asks, but did you do sports?
No.
Mayhem said too.
No, I didn't do any sports when I was in high school. Mainly because of my grades. Like I didn't keep a good enough grade point average that I wanted to do sports. But then even after I started putting my grade point average up, I just didn't want to put any extra effort, honestly. Which honestly in the long run, like I said, I was a choir boy. Which in the long run, which is the funniest thing I could think of, was the fact that I didn't want to put any extra effort in. I didn't like having to exercise and things like that. But I went and joined the freaking military, which was the stupidest thing, which is interesting to say the least.
Mayhem said same. Critical_shots said yeah, he already said he was lazy.
Yeah.
The Ox King 250 said hi,
What's
I'm
good?
back, I just finished my video.
What's good, Ox
Oldar
King?
My Plays 2 said welcome the Ox King
Where is it? Oh,
250.
here.
You have been awarded some points. Points to check your balance.
What's good with you, Ox King? No, what you call it? So, joined the military, which was funny, because like I said, I didn't really want to do much of anything. I gotta get all that. Joined the military when I was 23. And yeah. Basically from there, I went to Korea. I lived there for 2 years of my life, which was crazy. Coming from a guy who was coming from Inglewood originally, never expected that I would be able to do something like that. I gotta focus. If I focus on this right here and I get this clean, everything else will come up pretty decently. And
Mayhem
so,
said my dad was in the army.
yeah. So I was in the army. It was 25 Lima. That was my MOS.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Anteater 8591 said I am 1-0.
1-0. So are you talking about your grade point average? And if so, are you talking about the Philippines? I know that's basically like a 4.0 or A straight average. What you call it? Basic training was a heck of was a beast. So, I say this to anybody who's going to the military, right? If you're going to the military in the United States, very first thing I will tell you is join the Air Force. Honestly, they take better care of their people. If you're going to join anything, join the Air Force. If you can't join the Air Force, join the Army. The Marines, the thing about the Marines is that you don't get to pick your MOS, right? So MOS is what that basically is your job while you're in the military. So, I have used this one. 40 degrees. That's not clean nothing, is it? MOS is basically your job when you're in the military, right? Do this. This one.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Anteater 8591 said age.
My age? Your age? Your age is 10?
Mayhem said but my dad died in the army, crying face emoji, loudly crying face emoji.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dog. That sometimes happens, man. what you call it? If you were to do something like join the military, I would say join the Air Force. Mainly because the Air Force is a little bit, they take better care of their people. As where the Army takes care of their equipment. But if you want to join the Army, join the Army. It is what it is. You need a more powerful one to get these in here. This stuff is deep. So, when I was in basic training, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If only suggestion I can ever give anybody who's going to join in the Army is if you're going to go to your basic training.
Mayhem said yeah.
If you're going to go to your basic training, man, I would say literally just bring one bag of clothes. Not even a bag. Like when I say a bag, I mean like a plastic bag. Literally just bring a shirt, some shorts, and a change of underwear and some socks. That's it. If you're going to go to basic training. Because you're going to get everything else while you're there. And trust me when I tell you this. Whatever you bring, you're going to carry over your head. And you're not going to see most of it until after you get done with basic training. So why bring it? Truthfully. So that would be my one biggest tip for you. But yeah, so went through basic training, which was, I always tell people this. When it comes down to basic training, it was one of the most best experience. It was like one of the funnest and best experiences I've ever had that I never ever want to do again in my life. Truthfully, like basic training was a beast. Especially coming from a guy who didn't play sports, who didn't do anything, who didn't do much anything. It was a beast. But it did get me to where I am today. Now, if you guys are asking how long I was in the military for, technically I was in the military for 3 years. And the reason why I am retired is because I was medically retired from the military.
Critical_shot said and was lazy.
Yeah, basically. So, I was medically retired. I was retired from military, medically retired. Technically. So, when I was in the military, right, I was stationed in Korea, right? I basically fell down a mountain and busted my back. So, my L3, you know in your spine, right, you have discs. And within your discs, you have little cushions and things like that. And within that, you have nerves, right, that constantly are there. They're in a tight bundle and things like that, right? So, when I fell down and I busted my back, I lost all the cushion, and so my bones grind on my nerves on my spine. So to put it, not to complain, but basically I'm in constant pain all the time, to a point where I can't, there's just days where I can't walk. Am I saying
Critical_shot said yep, I know my dada also have L4 L5 slip disc.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, almost like a slip disc, but mine is actually grinding on my nerves. Like, I'm losing feeling, I've lost feeling in my legs at points in times. I have issues walking from time to time. There's things like that going on. But, you know, I always say that I'm blessed because I'm actually able to be alive and walk. Did this get clean dinged already? No. There it is. I always say that I'm blessed because I'm actually still alive. You know, there's people out there who aren't. So I'm not complaining about what I got. Let me see, around here. Still around here. Gotta go back down here, don't I? But yeah, so. Oh, this. Trails, got it. Posts, got it. This, got it. Stone floor, I have not got it yet. Let me see, where is it at? Patio? Where's this patio?
Logan said yo WSPP.
What's up, Logan?
Old R My Plays 2 said welcome Logan. You have been awarded some points. You. Points to check your
Let me
balance.
get this real quick. So yeah.
Mayhem said are you live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be alive. I'll be live tomorrow. Tomorrow I might be. Tomorrow.
Mayhem said in the week.
Yeah, the rest of the week.
Critical shot said use whitewasher for floor.
Whitewasher? I don't have anything yet. I don't think I bought anything yet. Let me see. I don't have any cleaning liquid or anything yet. I'm gonna have to come back and try that. Whitewasher for floor. I'm gonna have to try that. So yeah, what was I saying? Let me see. Join the military.
Shot said no the nozzle.
Oh, the nozzle. Wrong thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Critical shot said color is yellow, it should be white.
Yeah, I got you. Pawn, still got this right here. Still got all that over here, jeez Louise. Pond wall. So yeah, so basically when I was in Korea I got hurt. What was I saying? Oh, that ding sounds so good.
Kofi Stream Bot said visit old R My Plays' Kofi page at.
I'm trying to go back to where I was at. Yeah, see, that's the ADHD kicking in. I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Oh yeah. So the reason why I retired early was because I hurt my back, and so I was explaining that. So it's just a lot to deal with sometimes, but it is what it is. You know, I'm happy to be alive at least. Go over here. So why aren't you getting over here? Still got you? You still want some more? So, joined the military, got out when I was, after 3 years, God was injured. I eventually went back to school. And I got my degree in business, focusing on human resources. So I do actually have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business. So, it's always something. Where are you at? Let me...
Critical shot said damn.
I do have an actual business degree in business. There it is. Okay, got that. Let me see. Far bed. That's good. Pawn is still not done yet. Let me flip that to this one.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Anteater 8591 said getting tired in Georgia. It is 12:59 in the morning.
Ah, dude.
Mayhem said I'll be right back. Mayhem said guys.
Got you. Do what you do, Mayhem. So, let's go further. Let's get down low. So, I was doing not too much. There you are.
Critical shot said go close and clean with yellow.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Anteater 8591 asks, are you playing Fortnite tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm thinking not likely. I'm going to probably play something a little bit different. I'm gonna still be playing like so Fortnite, dude. I just wanted to take. I said I needed to take a break today for my mental health, honestly. So it's more of a like a. I might go back to Fortnite here probably within the next. Get this up.
Critical underscore shot said, I have holiday today, so I am here.
Hmm. Thank you, shot. So anyways, I said all that. Mainly today is just a Q&A. So if y'all have any questions for me, y'all can go ahead and ask. Y'all got any questions? One of the bigger ones that I always get asked all the time is, why did I start streaming? I get asked that a lot.
Critical underscore shot said, and I will come on 10th.
On Thursday? Cool. So, people ask me that one all the time though. Why did I start streaming? So I never really give straight answers for that one. So I'll try my best to give a straight answer for that one today. So, if y'all don't know, I have been doing YouTube for up to a year and a half now. I think that's what it is now. Coming up on 2 years, I think. So, I wanted to eventually. Okay, so the reason I started making YouTube was because the reason I started YouTube, making videos for YouTube, was because I wanted to be more creative. I was basically, every day I would just wake up and do nothing. When it comes down to it, I would wake up, I would do nothing, basically, every day. And so, I got tired of that. So I started doing YouTube because I play video games irregardless. So why not do something that I'm already doing that I found fun?
Yeet, Australia emoji. Asks DOYOUHAVEANYLEGOSETS.
Do I have any Lego sets? I do not. Unfortunately, I do not. Which, honestly, is amazing because I do like taking things down and breaking them down. Honestly. But I do not have any Lego sets, which is amazing to think about it. Which is amazing to think about. Let me see, go over here. Get all this. Nope, right there. Why isn't it getting it? Yes, I should.
Loyal Fortnite name. Gray Anteater 8591 said you started doing YouTube February 3rd, 2023.
Yeah, so coming up on, past 2 years. So I've been doing YouTube for 2 years. I started live streaming.
Mayhem said, so critical you're not going to be here tomorrow.
So, yeah. I started doing YouTube because I was already playing games and I had nothing basically better to do. Not even the fact that like I had nothing better to do. It was just the fact that I was already doing it. So all I did was just start recording games, right? Like if you guys
Critical
look at my first
shots said nobody'll be on Discord.
Yeah. So if you look at like my first videos, it's just gameplays of Call of Duty Mobile.
Mayhem said okay.
Honestly. Start from here. Okay. So, yeah, basically I was bored. I didn't really think much of it or anything would come from it, honestly.
Critical underscore shot said yup, Kadem was nice to see.
Yeah, COD Mobile is where I really started, honestly. Y'all could probably go back and look at some of my older videos. Y'all can go back and look at some of my older videos, and it was quite much different than what they are now.
Loyal Fortnite name, Gray Anteater 8591 said alright, see you tomorrow. I'm finna go to bed.
Okay, GG's, man. You have a good night, dog. You have a good night. So, that's basically what happened with that.
Mayhem said bye.
Bye. So here. So I started with that. And eventually I started doing these videos, right? And I started doing shorts. Shorts were doing pretty well. They were always doing pretty well. But eventually I was like, I want to do more.
Critical
I will always
shot said damn that's a filthy house in game.
Yeah. So I would want to do more. I was like, I kind of wanted people to hang out with, honestly. Like, the reason why I started live streaming was like, it wasn't like, oh, I wanted to get more people. I wanted to get like algorithm or get more subs or things like that, right? I actually started doing that because I wanted people just to hang out with. Honestly, that's why I'm very, like, I want to hang out with you guys a lot more. You know? That's why I have a Discord. That's why I always tell people to go to Discord. Like, because I want a place where I can come and hang out with you guys. Like, you can ask Tran. Like, I do a lot of... You can ask Tran or Shot or Tyson. I do a lot of, like... I like to hang out with people, like, after stream. Mainly because I want to have a community where I can go... Where we can go and hang out.
Said yeah.
You know? Basically, I just really, really wanted a community where we can go and hang out and have a place where we can go and basically be nerds. Like, because throughout my entire life, throughout everything, there's one thing that I've been consistent.
Said I don't have Discord.
Yeah, you can just get one real quick, dude, if you need to. I was saying, like, one thing that's been consistent is I've been a consistent nerd throughout my entire life.
Shot said we play blackjack, have fun, talk about life, games, and PCs.
Yep. So like, I wanted to be a consistent nerd throughout like, I've always been that. Like, have you guys ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh? I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh head. Honestly, I still play it. I have that game still on my computer right now. Yu-Gi-Oh, what you call it? I was playing,
Mayhem said when live done. Mayhem said tonight.
When's the live done tonight? I'm always done around 3. But it might be, or 3 o'clock my time.
Shot said, and actually a very good built Discord server for having fun.
Yeah.
Daddy Saves 304S asks, was your take on models claiming they have a hard job?
What's my take on FO models having a hard job? You talking to the
dude? Rick's official said support a creative code old army.
Said, oh, that's a hot take there, Mr. Saves 304. It is what it is. Everybody's job is hard in different ways. But you remember, you're talking to a guy who's in the United States Army, so not much harder.
Mayhem said, okay, I'm going to stay up until 3 o'clock.
Okay, boss. I don't have a tick on that, dude. Everybody's job is hard in their own way, and everybody has their own thing that they have to deal with. So, Mr. Save there. Not trying to be safe, but it is what it is. Anyways. going back to over here, what I was saying was, that's the whole point of me streaming. I just want people to hang out with, basically. Come, hang out, chill, have a good time, so we can all have a good place just to kind of chill out and hang out with. Go down here. I have always been a nerd. I always will be a nerd. Go up here. Can I jump up on the roof? Let me see. Boop. Let me get up here, I guess. Pick that up.
Mayhem said no you're not.
Oh no, I'm a proud nerd, dude. Not nothing to be ashamed of. Like, I've always been one, man. So I love my, like, I used to watch Cartoon Network back when they still had good shows on them. Like, who here has ever seen Dexter's Laboratory? Dexter's Laboratory.
Daddy
That right
Saves
there.
304S said it's funny I was on another vet's live. Daddy Saves 304S said yes bro Dexter. Critical underscore shots said yuppie I'm nerd for games and cartoons and PCs.
Yeah. No, Dexter's Lab was like one of my favorite shows out. Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo. What you call it, dude? Those are some of like the best shows. If y'all have not seen those shows, y'all are missing out real time.
Said me I have seen Dexter Lab and Johnny Bravo.
Ah, dude, those shows right there.
Kofi Stream Bot said visit old RMI plays Kofi page at.
Hoo ha hoo.
Critical underscore shot said damn at same time Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo is super good. Like, I'm not gonna even joke with you. That right there is like one of the best shows that you could ever. If y'all have not seen Dexter's Laboratory or Johnny Bravo,
304S asks the forensics guy right who killed people who deserved it, right?
wait, what? Forensic guy who? No. Dexter. I mean, yeah, that was a TV show. I'm talking about the cartoon Dexter, the one with because you're talking about Dexter, the Dexter, the
Daddy
show.
Saves 304S said oh. Critical underscore shot said you missing good stuff.
Yeah.
Daddy Saves 304S said yay the show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Dexter, that show with the dude with the forensic guy who would take care of people. Yeah, I've seen that one too, but no, I'm referring to Cartoon Network, the Dexter's Laboratory.
Daddy Saves 304S said Dexter Morgan.
Dexter Morgan. I don't know that one. No, Dexter's Laboratory, man. The one from the cartoon. The cartoon show. Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, or Johnny Bravo. What you call it? Cow and Chicken. Ren and
Saves
Stippy.
304S said did you ever watch regular show?
I did not watch regular show. That was a little bit past my time.
Daddy Saves 304S said what about SpongeBob?
SpongeBob, yeah.
Shot said where he have a lab in the locker.
Let me see. Dexter's Laboratory, yeah. SpongeBob, I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't watch too much of it because once again that was a little bit past my time. By the time SpongeBob was getting really popular, I was already out of that and I was watching more Dragon Ball Z and like Outlaws. I was in anime at that point. So like I was watching like Dragon Ball Z and Outlaw Star.
Daddy Saves 304S said Elmo was an Og. Teletubbies.
Elmo and Teletubbies. That was more my cousin. Yeah, that was more my cousin.
Underscore shot said yup me too Attack on Titan.
Ah, dude, Attack on Titan is pretty good, yeah.
Mayhem said me 3.
Yeah, Attack on Titan was really good. But like, let me see, what else? But who here has seen Cowboy Bebop? That one there is my favorite show. Cowboy Bebop? The one with Spike and the anime, not the live action. God, no, not that live action. Jesus Christ, that live action was actually horrible.
Critical underscore shot said me.
Ah,
Daddy
there it is.
Saves 304S said also when you was serving did you ever have boys in MP? Mayhem
Did
said
I
I watch One
ever?
Piece. Critical underscore shot said yeah Spike.
Yeah, Spike. Daddy, or I'm not gonna be saying that. Save, yeah, I have. I did have a few friends who were MPs when I was in the military. I had a few friends who were MPs. Had a
Daddy
few
Saves
friends.
304S said saves is cool.
Yeah, save is cool. So I did have a few friends who were MPs. I had a few friends who were nurses. The MPs were cool. I always try best to stay friends with MPs because they're the ones to make sure you don't get yourself into too much trouble. When I was in, especially when you were in Korea, the nurses were crazy. Nurses in the military. Okay, so key thing about being in the military, there's two things you're going to do. You're going to run an absolute lot. So if you're into running, military is the way to be. And then two, you're just going to find all types of new ways to get drunk. Like all the time. So the reason I say that is because the nurses.
Daddy Saves 304S said so they help you work on agility. Critical underscore shot said damn.
They didn't help me work on agility, man. They didn't chase me. I'm not MPs. I did run with them a lot though, because they like to race. But no, so I said all that to say this. So when I was in the military, right? And I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying that this was smart. I'm saying it's just something that I did.
Daddy Saves 304S just followed.
Thank you for the
Old
follow,
Arm
man.
I Plays said Daddy Saves 304S followed.
So I'm not saying this to do this or saying this because it was something that I was smart to do, but it's something that I did. So what they would do, right? They would take.
Critical underscore shot said nah it isn't smart.
No, they would take. You know how you can do IV. You can do IVs, right? IVs into the vein, in which will help you hydrate, things like that, right? Yeah, so we would do that, but we would use vodka.
Daddy Saves 304S said oh for helping hydrate or some.
Yeah, so we would
Daddy
do that, but we
Saves
would use
304S said yay.
we would use vodka.
Bot Rick's official said support a creator code Old Army.
We would do
Daddy
that with
Saves
vodka.
304S said Dayum face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji.
So yeah, like I said, it wasn't the smartest thing we did, but yeah, we did that. And yeah.
Critical underscore shot said damn it is not the way to hydrate.
No, it wasn't. It was a way to get messed up real quick though. Trust and believe that. It was a way to get the quickest way to get messed up. Like I said, the military.
Daddy Saves 304S said temporary immunity. Critical underscore shot said yup.
So
Daddy Saves 304S said rolling on the floor laughing emoji rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
this is why. In the military, there are 3 people you don't mess with. One is supply. You don't mess with supply. You don't mess with the cooks, and you don't mess with the nurses. You always stay on their good sides. You always stay on their good side.
What the hell is that name Daddy Saves?
He's over
Daddy
on
Saves
Twitch.
304S said the armory.
Yep. Armory or supply. Well, armory, yeah, armory is okay because usually that's somebody within your company. Somebody that got promoted or somebody within your platoon or somebody within your company.
Critical
I was
underscore
talking
shot
more.
said I know.
I was talking more supply to people that you get your stuff when you're PCSing or you things like that. Supply, you know.
Daddy Saves 304S said that will clean gun for you sometimes if you give him cash.
Yeah.
Critical underscore shot said yum on both ends.
Yeah, so I'm saying like supply. Not so much the armory, more of like the supply where you go in and you drop your stuff when you're PCSing or ETSing out. You want to keep them on your good side because they're the ones who are going to make you are going to charge you for anything that's missing. So they will help you out if you're good with them. So I always make sure I stay good with them. And that was always one of the biggest things you had to do around there. But other than that, though,
Margaret said hello all.
what's up, Margaret?
Old R my plays too said welcome Margaret.
So
You
yeah,
have been awarded some points. You.
that's another tip
Points
for
to
you.
check
If
your
you
balance.
join the military, any type of branch of service, you don't mess with the food because you don't mess with cooks because they're going to give you your food. They're the ones who are going to give you the extra food when you go out, when you're going on mission, when you're going out onto the field, or going out to track, whatever. You don't mess with them. You don't mess with supply because they're the ones who's going to charge, who's going to take money from your bank account. Because they're the ones who are going to say that you're missing your helmet, or if you're not missing your helmet, or you're missing this little bracket piece that probably only costs like $5, but since it's the military, it's going to cost you another 50. So you don't mess with. You always stay on their good side. You always stay on good side of supply. You always stay on the good side of
Daddy
doctors.
Saves 304S said how do you remain under the drill instructor's radar in boot camp? Or is it Mission Impossible face with tears of joy emoji?
Oh, how do you stay under the radar? You don't ask for nothing. The best thing when it comes to a drill sergeant and drill sergeants, understand a few things, right? Drill sergeants, they're there to help you, right? That's just off the bat, right? They're there to help you. They're here to mold you into what you're going to be, right? But they're also there to have fun. They're also there to have fun. So they're going to mess with you. They're going to mess with you a lot, actually. It's part of the fun of being a drill sergeant. Like one of my sergeant, he was Sergeant First Class Jefferson, right? He always told this story, right? And I'm going to try to tell it the best way I can. So, right, he had this soldier that was under him. He was a drill sergeant, right? He had this soldier that was under him, right? And he's like, and the soldier was off in his own little corner, off in his own little row, being upset.
Said and gonna mess with you real hard.
Yeah. So he was he had the soldier, right? And the soldier was off in his own little world, off his own little thing, right? He was upset, he was angry, right? And so he walked over to him, right? And now keep in mind, he's a drill sergeant, and this is one of his soldiers. He's like, "What's wrong with you, soldier? I just want to know what's going on with you." And the soldier's like, "Nothing, drill sergeant." And he's like, No, you can talk to me, man. It's all good. No, tell me what's going on. How are you doing? What's going on with you, right? So the soldier's like, man, I don't know, drill sergeant. I don't think the drill sergeant doesn't like me. You know, he's always on my butt. He's always on me, things like that, right? You know, I just don't like him, drill sergeant. You know, he's just mean to me all the time, right? And so Sergeant Jefferson walks up to him, like talking to him. He's like, okay, it's all good, right? So he turns around and he screams to the other drill sergeant that he was talking about, "Hey, Battle! He said he don't like you. He's going to mess you up today." And so the other drill sergeant ran to that soldier and they just started tearing into him. So I'm telling you that to say straight up, like, you're going to get messed with. If you want to stay under the drill sergeant radar.
4S said set him up face with tears of
joy
emoji, face with
tears
of joy
big
emoji.
time. Big time. If you're going into boot camp, understand something. You're going to get messed with. The best thing you can do is follow orders, do everything to the best of your abilities, and whatever you lack, work on.
Critical_shot said, damn, that guy got betrayed hard.
Yeah, no joke.
Critical_shot said, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, dude.
Critical_shot said, hey, hey.
Not even joking. That's just how that is. So there's no real way to be under the radar when it comes to the military or basically drill sergeants. You just got to do your best and understand that you're going to get messed with. Especially if you don't want to be, the drill sergeant's favorite, just go out there, do your best, and follow orders. Don't complain. And just yell, yes, drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant. That's the best piece of advice I could ever give you. Is yes, drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant. Follow every order to the best of your abilities. Whatever you don't know,
Margaret asks,
tell
have
them.
you been playing this game long?
No, Margaret, today's my first day.
304S said, what is the training behind the humiliation? Loudly crying face emoji, loudly crying face emoji.
The humiliation?
Daddy Saves 304S asks mental endurance?
No. They're bored. The whole reason for boot camp is to break you of your civilian habits. So Or put it to you like this. If you can, like, the whole point of boot camp is to break you of your civilian habits. On top of breaking your civilian habits is to train you to be able to work through endurance.
Asks, what do you mean by civilian habits?
Civilian habits, like,
Margaret said it is a very fun game.
yeah, it is. So civilian habits, more like being somewhere on time, making sure things are done right to the best of your abilities, making sure that things are done right the first time. Fast is slow, slow is fast, or no, yeah, slow is fast, fast is good. You know, civilian habits, things that you wouldn't normally do. Being able to take a bullet, and being able to keep carrying another 250-pound person on your back while you're being shot at, while bullets are buzzing around your head. Most civilians are not able to handle that. They would curl up in a corner and not be able to deal with that. If you're in the military, you can't do that because you have to be able to keep a cool head while there's bullets flying around you while your friend is dead next to you. Those are things that you have to deal with when you're in the military. While this body of this person that you know their friend,
Daddy
you know their
304S said like Hacksaw Ridge keep saving.
well, that too, but not even so much Hacksaw Ridge. It's more of you have to be able to keep putting bullets down range.
Underscore shots said damn that got serious real fast.
Yeah, no,
Kofi
it's
Stream Bot said visit old RMI plays as Kofi page at.
like, I don't mean to be like really serious about it, but like, yeah, those are things that you have to do when you're in the military. When you're in the army, you have to be able to do those things. Because if you don't, you're going to cost other people their lives. So when I say civilian habits, it means, being scared. I keep thinking the camera's there.
304S said it's things you have to open to seeing your friends in battle.
No, that too, but not only just seeing your friends, being able to take a bullet and getting shot.
Daddy Saves 304S said I see in short terms not being naive.
Well, not only that, but yeah. Basically, what did I get? Is this? In the control panel? Where is this at? Okay, here. Man, not even like being so much naive. Okay, that's so good. I wouldn't call it naive. I wouldn't call it being naive or naivete. Something like that. It's more of a. Where am I? There's something here I'm missing. Oh, here. It's not so much being naive. It's more of a cardinal reaction. Most people will react like that, Once you see something like that happen. That's why military people have such a hard time acclimating back to reality or back to the civilian world. Is because they've been trained and conditioned to not have the proper response to certain things. Like, if somebody were to... Okay, so say you have like a veteran, and somebody were to, start screaming and yelling at them, right? In a threatening manner. What would you do as a person? You would back up, you try to find a situation, or you would make a threatening gesture towards them. If you're in the military and you just got out of the military, most likely you're just going to punch them and not stop until you don't, and you're just going to punch them and not stop until you see a clear liquid. Which is brain.
Daddy Saves 304S said if they get physical then you can use self-defense. Yeet, Australia emoji.
I'm not even talking about being physical.
BRB.
I'm not even talking about being physical.
304S said or Second Amendment.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like being physical, but I'm saying like what would a normal person do, right? They would normally react in a manner that would be appropriate to the situation, to where a person who was in the military most likely wouldn't. Or at least they're trained not to. They're trained to react in a particular manner. There it is. So, a lot of people don't have that understanding. Like, people always thinking like PTSD is not a real thing. It's a real thing. It's because, or not even so much PTSD, but having a lack of emotions. Even I have that sometimes, a lot of the time. Like,
Daddy Saves 304S said I'm kind of violent, so it sucked them too. Daddy Saves 304S said face with tears of joy emoji, face with tears of joy emoji.
Yeah, but no, I have a issue with sometimes with emotions. I'm not the most emotionally stable person. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Stone steps. And sofa cushion.
Loyal Fortnite name, Gray Anteater 8591 said I'm back.
What's good
Daddy
with you, dude?
Saves 304S said like you tend to be in a survival instinct state. Is that what are implying?
Yeah, basically. So, gas supply. We still got a few things to do. Let's see. Doggy roof. Let me see, what else? So, shed doors. 2 of 1. Okay, so doggy roof isn't done yet? Where are you not done at? Oh. Why aren't you done? Ding already.
Critical_shot said how you get problems with emotions.
Because you're meant to suppress them. Like, I was built, like, when I was in the military, I was built to
304S
suppress them.
said my uncle used to be in the Air Force.
There it is. So, motion sometimes with, especially something like me. Shed door, right? Is it here? No, over here. This is a shed door, right? Oh.
Bot Rick's official said support a creator code old army. Critical_shot said no, I mean you give me a situation that happened to you. Daddy Saves 304S said store.
Says store. I don't think I have anything. Hold on a second, Daddy. I can give you my store real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Pull this up real quick. I think I still have my merch store in here, right? Yeah, right here. Control.
Daddy Saves 304S said merch.
Yeah, here, I got you right
Daddy
here.
Saves 304S said links. Daddy Saves 304S said Discord.
I do have a Discord.
Daddy Saves 304S said Discord.
Control V.
Old R My Plays said Discord for those who may want to play some time. Old
There
R
you go.
My Plays said Discord for those who may want to play some time.
Right there
Old
is
R My Plays 2 said Discord for those who may want to play some time. Old R My Plays 2 said Discord
on,
for those
let
who
me-
may want to play some time.
turn that off and
Old
on real
R
quick. There you go, Dad. Or there you go, save. That's the fourth wall is my merch store. That's where you can go. You can find some merch that I have created there. CJ, can you get that? Let me see. So, applying for my emotions. I really, for you shot, I really don't know of a actual thing where my emotions. I don't know. Off the top of my
Daddy
head.
Saves 304S asks, would you say being in the military gave you a short temper?
No. Actually, it gave me a much longer fuse, actually, so be honest with you. Gave me a much longer fuse than I used to have. Nowadays, I can actually just blow off most things. I can tolerate a lot more than I possibly should.
Critical underscore shot said there Yuta. Oh there you go save I was rolling face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji.
No, I wouldn't say the military gave me a shorter
Daddy
fuse.
Saves 304S said just out curiosity what branch?
Army. It's in my name. Army plays. No, I was in the army, dude. To give you a straight up answer. What am I missing? I'm missing something from somewhere.
Daddy Saves 304S said oh yay face with tears of joy emoji person face palming emoji male sign emoji.
Here. So probably under? What frame? Sofa? Oh, right there. Let me see over here. You really want me to get deep in there, don't you? Oh, Jesus. So, like, I wouldn't say it gave me a shorter fuse. Honestly, it gave me a
Daddy
much longer
Saves
one.
304S said do you like the marine issued knives? Ox.
Yeah, but I like all types of things like that, though. Like, I'm a big...
Daddy Saves 304S said MB for interrupting.
No, you're good. No, I like all types of things like that. Like, I've always liked knives and swords and things like that. I used to collect swords. I say used to because I don't have them anymore. Let's see. No. Wait, here. Wait. There was something around here.
Critical underscore shot said
So I
damn.
used to like Japanese sword, katanas, things like that. I love them.
Critical underscore shot said I want a katana.
Yeah.
Daddy Saves 304S said what knives do you recommend that are bayonet style like the current marine ones or ones you use?
I was never into bayonet knives. I always just say a boot knife is good. Just a regular old boot knife.
Daddy Saves 304S said him looking for a combat knife.
Just a regular old combat boot knife. That'll work for you. Honestly. Whatever, I would say like
Daddy
this.
Saves 304S said any brand in specific.
No. It's a knife. It's going to get the job done. Like whatever you need it for, it will get it done. Where am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Let's see. Here.
Critical underscore shot said how is that possible that what you thinking yeah I'm also thinking like before it when Johnny Bravo right now katana.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo katana. I love me katanas. What you call it? I have done all types of things. Shed decorations. Where are this at? Shed decorations. Where are they at? Let's see. Here? No.
Daddy Saves 304S said gotta have style when you tactical face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji.
Yeah.
Daddy Saves 304S said him just kidding now.
It's all
Daddy
good.
Saves 304S said Lamau.
That's all good. It's all good. I'm looking for patio decorations. Shed decorations. Is it inside? Oh, here, these things. Okay, those things are done. Now what else? Thought I did those already. Let me see, what else? This one. Fence post, 4 of 8. So, let me see. This one, no. No. Over here? Only one I can think of. Let me see. Boop. Oh, okay. But no, like, I would say, let me see. I don't have anything in particular that I would say. So what was I talking about beforehand? Oh yeah, military. It was still pretty fun, I admit that. Don't, let me see, is anything up here? So what else am I missing? 6 of 8. Retaining wall. Okay, so 6 of 8. So what else question you guys have for me? So I mean, you guys know about basically my entire story, life story. You guys basically know my entire life story, basically what it comes down to. Not much else about me that there is to know. Started streaming February. Started doing YouTube in February 2023. It's roughly about 2 years now. 2 and some years. I finally hit my 1,000. Just trying to get my hours at this point. And yeah. Oh. Moved to the Philippines. That was always a thing. So, no. Let me continue on. So I left the military when I was in 2012. That's when I left the military, right? I was out the military. I didn't have to do. Usually, when you're in the military, right, you have to do 4 years of active service. If you choose active service, plus you got to do another 4 years of what's it called? We call them weekend warriors. Mm. Oh, well, here it is. Weekend warriors.
Daddy Saves 304S said, what boot knife do you carry?
I
Daddy Saves
don't.
304S asks, what's your EDC? Daddy Saves 304S said the voiceover of our text is working.
It's not working.
Daddy
My
Saves
bad, I got it. I
304S
got it.
said not. Critical underscore shot said I'd.
Got it. Okay, you guys are back. Sorry about that, guys. So, welcome back, Eat. Let me see, reserve. Reserve, that's what it's called. Yeah. But the reason why I didn't have to do that was because I had left the military under different circumstances. I was honorably discharged because I was considered to be too fat by the military. So, when you're in the military, right, you have to keep a certain standard. You have to keep a certain amount of.
Daddy Saves 304S asks, can you choose to serve 8 years?
You can choose to serve 8 years. Yes, you can do all 8 years of active military. But usually you do 4 years of active, 4 years of reserves. But you can do all 4 years of active though. That's what most people do who are inactive. The only time you ever do reserves is when you are there it is. Only time you ever really do reserves is when you're
Daddy Saves 304S said, when you have a family.
not even so much you have a family, but more when you're when you got a good job. More when you got a good job. I want to say that. It's when you do more do reserves. Like you have a good job that you really don't want to leave and you still want to serve in some way, shape, or
Daddy
form.
Saves 304S said, but what is her current EDC list?
EDC list. Don't know off the top of my head what EDC means, man. It's been a minute.
Big Jake said, hey bro, I'm here.
What's up?
Daddy Saves 304S said, everyday carry. Old R My Plays 2 said, welcome Big Jake. You have been awarded some points. Use points to check your balance.
Everyday carry.
Critical underscore shot said, are you working anywhere?
I am technically no.
Critical underscore shot said, hey Big Jake.
Everyday carry. I don't know what that exactly means, Save. I'm gonna be real with you. It's been so long that I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember an EDC off the top of my head, dude. What'd you call it? Where's this last one at? what you call it? So, what was I saying? Oh, so usually you would do that, right? You would do 4 years
Daddy
of
saves
active service.
304S said like do you carry like a flashlight, knife, gun, I'd what else face with tears of joy emoji tactical wallet or some.
No, because I'm in the Philippines. I live in the Philippines, man.
Critical
So
underscore shot said so how are you spending or where the income for living is coming from.
my income?
Critical underscore shot said do you have savings. Daddy saves 304S said oh.
Yeah, I live in a different country, man. I don't want to be out of compliance with the country. So to answer Shot's question, I I am on medical retirement from the VA. How did I get there? So I
Daddy
told you
saves
guys,
304S asks do they not have a second amendment?
it's not about them not having a Second Amendment, man. It's just I'm a foreigner in a different country, so I don't I don't like putting myself in situations where I can get
Critical
arrested or
underscore
things
shot
like
said
that.
so you get money from there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. So real quick. So save to answer that question. It's not that they don't
Daddy
have a
saves
Second Amendment.
304S said I see why.
Yeah. Like, have you ever seen? Like, if you have not ever done it, look up Philippine jail, and you'll see exactly why I don't want to go there. Look up Philippine jail as a foreigner. You see exactly why I don't want to go there. So, to answer your question, Shot, I left the military not as medically retired, though due to my back injury, should have been medically retired from the military. But what instead happened was postal liner. What instead happened was I left the military because because in the military you got to keep a certain weight. I didn't maintain that weight, so I had to leave the military. So, with that all
Daddy
very much
saves
being said,
304S said you could technically be more safe. Bot Rick's official said
yeah,
support a creator code old army.
it's not about being safe. It's just more or less I don't want to run the risk of getting in trouble. So, I was. Where am I not hitting? Let me see. Fence liner. Where's the liner? So, I was. Technically, they said I was too fat, which was the issue. So, I left the military with an honorable discharge after that because I was too fat. There it is. So that was the reasoning for me to leave the military. After I left the military,
Big Jake said what's this game? You're playing bro looks like you're fixing a car hour.
I am playing PowerWash Simulator. That's what I'm playing, Big Jake. I'm playing PowerWash Simulator and just talking. So to answer,
Critical underscore shot said so how are you getting money for house or living if you left military so or doing something else now?
no. When I left the military, I was pretty much injured. My back was was completely destroyed.
Big
My
Jake
back is
said
still to that
PowerWash
point.
Simulator sound like one of those repair shop games.
Yeah, something like that. So it was pretty much that. So what I did do at that point,
Daddy saves 304S said not so much safe but having it, not needing it instead of needing it but not having one.
yeah, I get what you're saying, dude. I had to go through the VA for the military to acknowledge my injuries and for the military to acknowledge my injuries and for them to basically pay me for it because I couldn't go work a formal job after the fact. It's not. It's basically what it is. It's basically it's disability, but it's VA disability. It's military disability. It's because for me, so like when you're medically retired, you're medically disabled. You can no longer complete your jobs due to the injuries you suffered in the military. So that's basically what I got. That is what I got. I got medically retired because due to my injuries, I couldn't go get a regular job. So no matter for the rest of my life, no matter what I do, no matter what happens, I can't do a regular job. So that would be to answer your question of why am I not getting here? Retainer wall cap. There it is. Retainer wall. What am I missing here? Nope. No.
Critical underscore shot said so now they are paying you for your living and stuff.
Yeah, basically, that's what it comes down to.
Daddy Saves 304S said damn I was just looking at the prison documentary.
Yeah, it's no. You think prisons in the United States are bad? Yeah, no. You're good. Kind of why, like I said, I'm good on that. There it is. Oh, jeez Louise. That took forever.
Critical underscore shot said okay, and does anybody else work in your house?
A few people. But I'm the father, so I take care of everything here. Like, I'm the daddy, so I take care of everything that needs to be taken care of here. That's just how that goes. Let's see. What should I do? Should I do the house, the dirt bike, or the playground? What do y'all think?
Daddy Saves 304S said not only is it humiliating what newcomers go through, but also they leave you starving.
Yeah, it's bad.
Daddy
Dude.
Saves 304S said holy shit loudly crying face emoji loudly
Yeah,
crying
no,
face emoji.
it's not no joke. What should I do? The dirt bike, the playground, or
Critical underscore shot said how many people you have, is it a joint family?
It's a joint family. I have 7.
Daddy Saves 304S said dirt bike.
Okay, dirt bike. Hold on, before we go that, let's go shopping real quick. Let's get some new items. Medium, not unlocked yet. Let's go back. Let's get some cleaning liquids.
Critical underscore shot said nice you have happy family.
Yeah. Let's see.
Critical underscore shot said dirt bike E.
Buy. Back. Equipment. Ooh. Let's try this. Let's buy that.
Daddy Saves 304S asks did you meet her wife in the Philippines during her deployment?
I met my wife when I was living in Korea. Or when I was in Korea. That's where I met my wife when I was in Korea. This was an interesting story to say the least, but we met him there.
Daddy Saves 304S said that's awesome.
Yeah. So let's see. E. No. Let's see. Let's try this.
Critical
Clean
underscore
liquid.
shot said she also from California.
My wife? Nah, she's from the Philippines. Let's see. Plastic. Let's try this. Oh, wow. Jeez Louise. This is so much crazier. Ooh, wow.
Critical underscore shot said oh she is Filipino or American.
She's Filipino.
Daddy Saves 304S said do they have gun ranges over there?
They do. They do.
Critical
We're
underscore
getting to a
shot
few.
said, oh man, that is good power washer.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy Saves 304S said, that's awesome, bro.
Say they do. It works out pretty well for me. Realistically. Dude, that is so good right there. Oh. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's go here.
Daddy Saves 304S said, how different are they from American guns?
Actually, honestly, most people usually like American style stuff or Russian style stuff. So you find like M16s, AKs, M9s, 9mm, Desert Eagles, usual stuff here. So it's just like shooting there. They
Critical
only
underscore shot said, use the Prime Vista nozzle.
Prime Vista nozzle. Okay. Oh yeah.
Daddy Saves 304S said, Russian style for the flex but American for the reliability.
Yeah. But like, I mean, realistically, you can find anything you want here. Not too crazy, honestly.
Critical
being
underscore
realistic
shot
with you.
said, is there P90?
Yeah, you can find that too. You gotta look for it. But they have ranges here. A lot of people. To answer your question, Save. There's a lot of people who do carry weapons here. So there's a lot of gun violence here. The only issue with the weapons here, I would always say, is the issue with weapons here is that they are.
Kofi Stream Bot said, visit old RMI plays as Kofi page at.
They're not professionally made. Put it to you like that. Like a lot of these weapons out here are not real. So a lot of these weapons are made by people just doing something like taking.
Daddy Saves 304S said, criminals.
No. Yeah, criminals too, but they make them illegally. So you have that. You run into that issue. Like guns can easily backfire here, and they're expensive. But like, you also gotta keep in mind, like they're very innovative here as well too. Like, they have like this thing where it's like a Okay, so this is something they do here in the Philippines that, it is what it is. They have this pipe, right? Or like this stick, right? Which has a shotgun shell at the end of it. And so when they stab it and jab it, it hits the shotgun shell, the shell pin, and pop. Forget exactly what it's called. But they do have that here though.
Daddy Saves 304S said, WTF face with tears of joy emoji, face with tears of joy emoji.
Yeah, they make it. Or they have like they take like some PVC pipe and they have a certain thing and they have like another shotgun shell and they almost like a what's it called? Like a rubber band gun, but they take the shotgun shell and it's like this and they do it like this and it hits a pin which pops it. Like, they're inventive here, trust me. So
Daddy Saves 304S said, that's some Fallout shit if you ever played that game.
yeah. I'm serious. You can look it up. I forget exactly what it's called, but you can look it up on they use a lot of improvised weapons when it comes down to it, like
Critical underscore
like
shot
that.
said, IDKit shouldn't be allowed for civilians to buy self-defense guns because I don't think it's safe because a lot of crimes and suicide is there and young people also buy them and do stuff they shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is when it comes down to it, truthfully. How I feel about it is kind of irrelevant, honestly. But I do say, go over here. Swinging arm, this thing? Nope. Everybody has the right. Like, I believe in the Second Amendment, personally. Everybody has a right for all that stuff.
Daddy said you gotta realize most people who buy guns the wrong way are illegal guns.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Shot said, what do you think about?
What do I think about? It's hard for me to have a really... What's this? Oh, okay. That's there.
Critical shot said, is it okay? Daddy Saves 304S said civilians should be able to defend themselves against criminals.
How do I feel about it? I feel that if it's taken care of right, anybody can have anything. Truthfully. Like, it's hypocritical for me to sit there and be like, oh, I don't think people should have this, or people should have that, or guns should be like this, or guns should be like that. Because I believe everybody should. As long as you, but I believe everybody...
Daddy Saves 304S said exactly, it's not the gun that's the issue. It's the person pulling the trigger.
But I also have this belief, like, some people should have it, some people should not. But then again, I also think some people should have kids and some people should have, and some people shouldn't either. Personally. I don't think anything is inherently a right. Everything should be earned. Like, in other words, yes, you should have the right to earn the right to have a weapon. Like, you should go through, like, you should be properly trained for it.
But when it's getting criminals opportunity to buy it.
Well, criminals, you have to understand, Shot. Criminals are going to buy anything at any given point in time, any way, shape, or form. There always will be a black market for something. That's not saying... I'm not saying that I'll make it easier.
Said support a creator code old dummy.
What am I missing here? Okay, so right swinging arm. So this thing, right? Rear fender. So under. Front fender. Under.
Critical_shot said, oh yeah, I guess.
Nah, I mean... it's a hard topic to sit down and get into it, honestly, when you sit down and think about it, because, like, I've dealt with gun violence in my entire life. You know, being from where I've been from.
Daddy Saves 304S said it's controversial.
Honestly, say if it's not that controversial. My opinion straight up is straight up like this. I don't think everybody should have, everybody should have the right to earn. Everybody should have the right to earn it. Not everybody should have a right. Not everybody has an inherent right to have it. Like, when it comes to, and that's just for weapons. I mean, I'm not only talking about for guns. I'm talking about for driving cars. I'm talking about for even having kids. Because some people should not be allowed to have kids, truthfully. Truly.
Daddy Saves 304S said real.
Like, there should be some people in this world that should not have kids. Like, have y'all heard that story about that lady who locked up all her kids in the, no, wrong one. Who locked up all her kids in the thing, or locked up all her kids in rooms and things like that? Because she was trying to keep them safe. You know?
Daddy Saves 304S said, I live in a city where there's shitty drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Critical_shot said,
oh,
don't
don't even.
Be a full 1 month or at least something and get the training and license and everything.
Yeah, exactly. For it. Exactly. Oh, don't, save. You don't even want to get me started on the driving here in the Philippines. Oh my God. Like, to this day, I have never had to deal with such, like, I've driven in Korea, I've driven trucks, I've driven things. I have never dealt with such just straight up bad drivers. Just people who are just horrible. How do you overtake? Okay, so
Critical underscore shot said don't talk about it in India. The driving is dangerous and the traffic a disaster.
oh my god, I'm not even joking when I say this to you. There would be a lane this big with a truck this big and a freaking bicycle like a dirt bike that's on our screen right now is going to overtake it. Like I have literally avoided like just today I avoided 2 accidents. And I literally just drove from one side of the street. I drove from outside of my house to go get some to go pick up some food. And had to avoid literally getting hit by two tricycle drivers.
Critical underscore shot said same.
It's freaking ridiculous.
Daddy saves 304s said damn.
Dude, I hate like
Critical underscore shot said it is dangerous.
if it wasn't for the absolute
Big Jake
fact.
said yo bro, it's late here so I'll catch you on the next stream.
Yeah, talk to you later, Big Jake, man. If it wasn't for the fact that if I didn't absolutely have to, I would not drive here in the Philippines, truly. But I don't trust other people driving. Why can't I get to fix this fender? Front suspension. Where's the front fender?
Daddy saves 304s asks it's not under.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to hit, but it's not doing anything. What in the world? There it is. Oh my god, that entire time, it was that little speck. They are so particular. My goodness.
Daddy saves 304s said lol.
That is so particular.
Critical underscore shot said him looking forward to buy a e-bicycle.
I'm pretty sure that's awesome, dude. Medium. I can't buy that yet. Okay, so let's go over to nozzles. Equipment. What's this one? Turbo. Can't buy any of those yet either. Jesus. Nope. Original Oxford study now is all available. Can't buy that. But yeah, so the driving here is absolutely horrid. I absolutely hate it, dude.
Critical underscore shot said yeah it has speed of 25 kilometers per hour. I'd the soid in miles sorry.
No, it's all good, dude. I get it. You know, you like, I mean, I'm not one of those, there's a lot of e-bikes here or e-trikes here or they have a lot of those here now. Like the e-bikes and e-trikes and things like that, and not my thing personally. Continue. Guess we'll head over playground or Bon. Oh, let's do the playground.
Daddy
What's that
saves 304s asks do you have any e-bike conversions you recommend?
here? Oh no.
Nobi said Swoko won't come tell you what's up army.
It's all good. He's probably busy doing stuff. I'm not a big e-bike guy. I'm not a big bike guy, dude. Truly. Ooh, this thing is so good. But I'm not a big bike
Daddy
guy.
saves 304s said I have a mountain bike. Daddy saves 304s said it be appreciated. Nobi said I told him to and he said nuh-uh.
So you over here snitching on Swoko? No, I don't have a particular. I'm not a bike guy. Like, if I was going to have a bike, it would be a
Nobi said
motorcycle.
he's live right now and he got me. Daddy saves 304s said I have a mountain bike.
That's nice, dude.
Critical underscore shot said no for teenagers or under 17 people. It's a good thing for transportation.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's just not for me. Like, if I was going to have a bike of any
Daddy
sort,
saves
it would be a.
304s said my whole messages I'm sending.
Oh. So I have a dirt
Nobi said I'm
bike.
telling on him because I feel he deserves it.
Let's say, hold on real quick. So Save said, I have a mountain bike, and if any of your viewers should know or recommend anything, do y'all have any idea about a good mountain bike? Nobi? Just tell him he deserves it. That's funny. He might be busy, Nobi. I'm not gonna hold it to him.
Nobi said I'm a go now, see ya.
It's all good, Nobi. Thank you very
Daddy
much.
Saves 304S said mountain e-bike conversion.
Mountain bike conversion? I don't know anything. Does anybody in chat know about anything?
Because we can't drive petrol vehicles or any vehicle that goes above 25 km/h.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know much of anything. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna... Hold on real quick.
Central Promise. You feeling violent today? Kinda.
Daddy Saves 304S asks what other platform are you live on?
I'm on YouTube. Saying hi to a friend over here.
Shout out them, facts. Army comes in saying too cool to say hi. Maybe I am about to.
Critical_shot said swoo coo.
There you go. I had to go there real quick. Now I'm over on YouTube, man, as well. To save. Old Army Plays too. That's what I was doing. That was a friend right there. His name is Swoko. He's also live on YouTube. I was just over there to get on his case.
None but Day Truth said WSG bro, it's Daddy Saves 304S.
Oh, what's good, dude?
Old RMI Plays 2 said welcome None but Day Truth. You have been awarded some points.
Said please do drop a like and subscribe,
to
man.
Check your balance. Critical_shot said yo. She
Yeah,
dizzy
he was
boo
over
said
there.
Old Army.
Yo,
Old
what's
RMI
up?
Plays 2 said welcome she dizzy boo.
What's
you have
up,
been awarded
Diz?
some points. Use points to check your balance.
What's up, Diz? How you
Kofi
doing?
Streambot said visit Old RMI Plays' Kofi page at. She Dizzy Boo said that boy Reed is crashing out. Daddy Saves 304S said switching over to my YouTube None account RQ.
Okay, dude. It's all good.
Critical_shot said he face with tears of joy emoji.
Reed crashing out. Why is he crashing?
Emoji face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji face with
Why is
tears
Reed
of joy
crashing out?
emoji.
I'm good,
Australia
man.
emoji. Said BROIWAS2THPLACENDIGOTEIM.
Okay, so we're gonna start here.
She Dizzy Boo said I'm good.
So that's good to
None
hear.
but Day Truth said points. Old RMI Plays 2 said none but Day Truth your points balance is 150.
Yep.
Swan Levanspils said bro.
That's good
Old
with you.
RMI Plays 2 said welcome Swan Levanspils. You have been awarded some
What's
points.
up?
Use points to check your balance. Swan Levanspils said
Bro,
up.
crashing out, but why?
Critical_shot said bro Reed is crashing out but why cat with tears of
I
joy
don't know.
emoji,
I'm
cat
not
with
on
tears
this.
of
I'm
joy
streaming
emoji.
right now. I couldn't tell you. What's
Danny
going
Dizzy
on?
said loudly crying face emoji.
Dizzy, what's going on with Reed?
Critical_shot said nah that name is weird. Nobi said Army Reed is being mean.
Why is Reed being mean, Nobi? Why is Reed crashing out? Is he good? See, I'm over here having a nice, calm, cool stream, power washing stuff, you know? So I wanted to take away from...
said, point.
Say, had to take away from my, so I had to step away from Fortnite for a day, but came over here to have a nice, calm, relaxing stream, power washing stuff. What happened with
Danny
Reed?
Daisy asks, wait, what's this game called?
It's a PowerWash
None but Day
Simulator.
Truth said, so chat, any of you recommend an e-bike conversion kit for my mountain bike that's not expensive like a certain loudly crying face emoji?
Nah, man, I don't.
Nobi said, I don't know Army, but he's being very cranky. Swan Levanspils said, point.
It's a exclamation mark point, man. Swan, only fan, please. It's exclamation mark.
Swan Levanspils said, points.
There you go.
Danny Daisy said, bet it's hella satisfying.
But it's hella satisfying.
Old
It
RMI
is,
Plays
actually.
said,
This is
Swan
why I'm doing
Levanspils,
it.
Your points balance is 150.
No, you just gotta have a
Danny
day to
Daisy
just
said,
chill.
Points. Old RMI Plays 2 said, Danny Daisy, your points balance is, man. Nobi said I think he needs a nap and a bottle. Danny Daisy asks what's name mean?
So why you need a nap in a bottle, Novi? That's funny. But it's all good. That's why some days you just need to have a day where you can just chill.
Gamble all. None but Day Truth said it means you got no coins.
Yeah, we ain't got no we got points here, dude. But I'm still working on the fixing the gamble all and stuff. So my bad about that. But if you want to do something, type in you want to play a game on. If you want to play a game on here, type in !roulette. !roulette. Try that. No, !roulette.
Swan
Yeah.
Advanced said oh okay.
!roulette.
Day Truth said, gamble all.
Yeah, I don't have that fixed up. But !roulette right there.
None but
Try
Day
that.
Truth said, roulette. Critical underscore
There it
shot
is.
said he really needs a nappy and GL. Old My Plays 2 said it none but Day Truth.
So
you
exclamation
decided
yes.
to test your luck? Do you want to play alone?
Here you
You've
go.
got 30 seconds to answer. Yes / exclamation mark no / exclamation mark duel.
So right for the
Swan Levance Plus said, roulette. None but Day Truth said yes. Old My Plays 2 said
Ooh,
it.
he's
Swan
getting
Levance
in.
Plus sorry.
He's getting
There is
it.
already game in progress and we only got one gun.
Ooh.
So wait for it to end.
Said he made it that
None
time.
but Day Truth said, yes.
That's so. So
Old
swole.
My Plays 2
Swole
said
OnlyFans.
none but
You can
Day
try it
Truth
now.
was handed a 6-chamber revolver with 1 bullet. Good luck.
He made it.
Old My Plays 2 said that none but Day Truth hesitated but eventually pointed the gun at themselves and pulled the trigger.
There you go.
Old My Plays 2 said congratulations, at none but Day Truth. This
You
time,
made it.
None but Day Truth said WTF face with tears of joy emoji.
You
face
survived,
with
yeah.
Tears of joy emoji.
So
Critical underscore shot said Narid is crashing, he needs a nappy.
he needs a nappy.
None but Day Truth asks did I survive?
You did. It's a timeout roulette. So if it would tell you saying congratulations, you made it that time. So if you can actually challenge people too. You can do ! duel, and then somebody can join in, or you can type in their thing, and so basically, or you can do knockout. You can do ! knockout when you do a duel, and then you can go at
Bob
them.
Official said
And then you
support
go at
creator
somebody, and
Photo
you'll go until somebody loses. The whole thing is when you lose, it's called timeout roulette. So whoever loses, you just get timed out for a little bit.
Said I want to duel Swan.
Yeah, Swan's still there. Go for it. That'll be awesome. So you just type it in. You type in duel, and then You do roulette, duel, and then the person, anybody wants to play.
Roulette. Old My Plays 2 said it none but Day Truth. So you decided to test your luck? Do you want to play alone? You've got 30 seconds to answer. Yes / exclamation mark no / exclamation mark duel.
There you go.
None
Duel.
but Day Truth said, duel. Old My Plays 2 said it none but Day Truth. Do you want to play normal game or until someone catches the bullet? You've got 30 seconds to answer. Normal / exclamation mark knockout. Critical underscore shot said Bio Reed needs therapy.
What's going on with Reed?
None but Day Truth said, normal.
Normal.
Old My Plays 2 said it none but Day Truth chose the normal type game.
There we go.
Old My Plays 2 said it none but Day Truth calls for a duel and timeout roulette. Who
Let
is
me
brave
see.
enough for a challenge? You've got 60 seconds to
Exclamation mark.
join.
Join.
None but Day Truth said or anyone duel if you dare.
I got you.
Old My Plays
I got
2
you.
said, join. Old My Plays 2 said it. Old My Plays 2 has joined the game.
Let's
Old
see.
My Plays 2 said it. Old My Plays 2, YouTube, no gamer tag, has been added to the players waiting
we
queue
go.
in position 1.
Don't worry about that.
Old My Plays 2 said duel between none but Day Truth and Old My Plays 2 starts. Good luck. Old My Plays 2 said it, none but Day Truth was handed a 6-chamber revolver with 1 bullet. Good luck.
Oh no, I
Old
timed
My
myself
Plays 2
out.
said it, none but Day Truth's turn.
I timed myself out.
Critical
I
underscore
lost.
shot said nah, Reed got cooked. Old My Plays 2 said that none but Day Truth hesitated but eventually pointed the gun at themselves and pulled the trigger.
Said I'm timed out for
Nobody
30
said,
seconds. I can't be in
join.
there.
Old My Plays 2 said congratulations, at none but Day Truth. This time. Old
He
R
made
My
it.
Plays 2 said it. Old R My Plays 2's turn. Old R My Plays 2 said no. YouTube, no gamer tag, has been added to the players waiting queue in position 2.
So that's we're gonna do
Old
that
R My
later.
Plays 2 said it. Old R My Plays 2 hesitated but eventually pointed the gun at themselves and pulled the trigger. Critical underscore shot said his chat is crashing out.
His chat is crashing
Old R
out.
My Plays 2 said erg, not even cleaning after themselves. And Old R My Plays 2 shot themselves. Better luck next time.
I'm timed out officially,
Old R My
guys.
Plays 2 said Old R My Plays 2 timed out themselves. Leland said skid body toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Old R My Plays 2
Cook.
said welcome Leland. You have been awarded some points. You
What's going on with?
points to check your balance.
I don't know.
None but Day Truth said face with tears of joy emoji.
Yep,
face
I'm
with
timed
tears
out.
of joy emoji. Nobi said Army Reed sucks at Fortnite. Critical underscore shot said oh he got cooked in last game cat with tears of
PowerWash
joy
Simulator,
emoji.
yeah.
Cat with tears of joy emoji.
Same one I'm playing right now.
Leland said Nobi you smell like ass. None but Day Truth said how do ick if I'm still alive.
Yep. That's crazy. I don't know how you're still alive, dude, but you made it. You done it twice and you still made it. What you call it? You can go it again. Anybody can do it. It's just
Nobi said he
exclamation.
keeps getting killed over and over and over again.
Oh, dude, he's getting killed that much. Is he really? Is it really bad for him right now? Is he really doing bad right now?
None but Day Truth said roulette. Old R My Plays 2 said it. None but Day Truth.
Yep.
So you decided to test your luck? Do you want to play alone? You've got 30 seconds to answer. Yes slash exclamation mark no slash exclamation mark duel. Critical underscore shot said yeah. None but Day Truth said duel.
Who's gonna duel him?
Old R My Plays 2
Who's
said it.
down
None
to
but
duel
Day
him?
Truth. Do you want to play a normal game or until someone catches
Exclamation
the
mark
ball?
join.
You've got 30 seconds to answer. Normal slash exclamation mark knockout.
Exclamation mark
Critical underscore
knockout.
shot said he is getting demolished.
He's getting
None but
demolished.
Day Truth said knockout.
Who's joining him? Who's
Old
joining
R My
him?
Plays 2 said it. None but Day Truth chose the knockout type game. Old
Who's
R My
joining him?
Plays 2 said it. None but Day Truth calls for a duel and timeout roulette. Who is brave enough for a challenge? You've
Who's
got
brave
60
enough?
seconds
Exclamation
to
mark join.
Join.
Oh, shot joining him.
Shidizzy Boo said hope you have a good night Army.
That's all good. Thank you, Shabizzy, dude.
Critical underscore shot said.
Thank you,
join.
Diz. Thank you, Diz.
Old R My Plays 2 said it. Critical underscore
Oh my
shot.
gosh, that's
YouTube,
funny.
No gamer tag has been added to the players waiting queue in position 3. Old R My Plays 2 said it. Critical underscore shot has joined the game. Old R My
W.
Plays 2 said
Shot
duel
just
between
timed
None But
himself
Day
out.
Truth and critical underscore
Shot
shot
just timed
starts.
himself
Good
out.
luck. Old R My Plays 2 said it. None But Day Truth was handed a 6-chamber revolver with 1 bullet. Good luck. Old R My
Oh,
Plays 2
that's
said
funny.
it. None But Day Truth's turn. Old R My Plays 2 said that None But Day Truth hesitated but eventually
Oh,
pointed the
shot
gun at
timed
themselves
himself
and
out.
pulled the trigger. Old R My Plays 2 said congratulations at None But Day Truth. This time,
That's funny.
Old R My Plays 2 said at critical underscore shot's turn.
Oh, why is Reed
Old R
crashing
My
out? Let me
Plays
go
2
see
said
what.
at critical underscore shot hesitated but eventually pointed the gun at themselves and
Hold
pulled
on.
the trigger. Old
Let's
R
go
My
see what
Plays
Reed's
2
doing
said
real
erg,
quick.
not even cleaning after themselves. At critical underscore shot themselves. Better luck next time.
Let's go
Old
check
R
on
My
Reed real
Plays 2
quick.
said critical underscore shot. Timed out themselves.
W.
None But Day Truth said W. None But Day Truth asks what does timeout mean? They are-
Timeout basically means that they can't talk and chat for a little bit. What's going on? Let's check on Reed real quick.
What's up, Corsair? Daily reminder, appreciate it. Why'd you do Tom like that? Read your messy. Read.
Critical underscore shot 13 said him a brave warrior.
Who?
The other girl, I can hear her laughing in the background. That or he's fucking.
He's fucking.
He gets knocked out of the air, bro.
Yo,
No
Jordo,
way, bro.
Yo,
you got a little mama over at the house?
you said what?
None
You
But
got a little
Day
mom
Truth
over
said
there?
I survived 3 times already.
Nah, that ain't.
He has survived 3 times.
I don't
He
know who-
said.
I don't know who ass that is over there giggling like that.
Somebody over there giggling.
None But Day Truth said him
That's
a
what I'm
chosen.
talking about.
Who the fuck is this nigga at?
Well, let Ree be.
Nah,
Critical
I already
underscore
left my
shot
booty
13
duty. I
said
did
you
my
want
Oh,
his
yeah.
name rigged and he is actually rigged.
Says shot. He got you on that one. That one. So Reed over there crashing out. Look like he's doing good now. For Reed, look like he's doing good right now. So we'll let him be. Anyways, what were we talking about? What were we talking about exactly?
Critical underscore shot 13 said I said you're a brave warrior.
You're a brave warrior. Yeah, that's all good. He knows me. I messed up sometimes. Okay, so let's move over here. So yeah, I don't know any mountain bike conversion kits, dude. Do they actually do that? Is that a thing? Like mountain bike conversions kit, man? Safe? Like mountain bike conversion kits, like that are like a real big thing for e-bikes? I don't know anything about e-bikes, to be real with you. I've heard of them, but I've never really, like over here in the Philippines, they have almost like a golf cart. Like it's
Critical
like the big
underscore
thing over
shot
here.
13 said best MTV is Santa Cruz. Critical underscore shot 13 said MTV.
MTV.
Critical underscore shot 13 said MTV.
Chosen.
None but Day Truth said no, it's meant for a regular bike.
Oh,
But
it
you
is?
make it an
Mountain bike?
e-bike.
Oh, okay.
Critical
Never heard of that.
underscore shot 13 said mount bike.
No, see over
Critical
here in the
underscore
Philippines,
shot 13 said sorry guys.
it's all good. So you see over here in the Philippines, they have like e-golf carts. That's like the big thing over here. It's like e-golf carts. So it's like basically like an e-bike, but it's just a golf cart. So that's like the big thing here right now. So that's the only thing I really don't know too much about e-bikes, to be real with you. So like I wouldn't know anything about any conversion
Kofi
kits about it.
Streambot said visit old RMiPlays' Kofi page at.
I would like to know more about it, but
Critical underscore shot 13 said in India Teresa Indian company called the Motorrad so it have really good motorcycles. Critical underscore
Like a
shot
motorcycle?
13 said it is good.
it is. Well, what do you call it? Say was asking for about a e-bike or a mountain bike conversion kit, which turns a mountain bike into an e-bike. I don't know much about that, so I don't know. I wouldn't know how to suggest it to you. When it comes down to it, like only type of bike I ever really wanted. I used to BMX when I was younger. You guys know what BMX is, right? I keep looking at the cameras here now. You guys know what BMX is, right? Like extreme biking. I used to do that a lot. I actually used to be able to do a backflip on my bike. I used to have a
Critical
mongoose.
underscore shot 13 said I want a Trek bicycle.
Yeah.
None but Day Truth said yay the bike for tricks.
Yeah. So like I had a mongoose. That was like back in the 90s. That was like the big thing, mongooses.
Critical underscore shot 13 said it's around $7,000 bike.
I couldn't spend that much on that. No, I had a mongoose when I was younger. It was really cool. But then it got stolen. It got stolen from in front of my house. So,
Critical underscore shot 13 said the company called Trek.
a company called Trek. This ain't working. Let me take care of it like this. It was had a mongoose. It got stolen when I was younger though, so but then I did have a few mountain bikes. I always liked mongooses when I was around that age. Why isn't this done yet? Over here. So we had that when I was younger. Like, who here knows about Power Wheels? Who here knows about Power Wheels? Is that still a thing? Do you guys still know about that?
Critical underscore shot 13 said yup, and Santa Cruz also have MTBs around $5,000. I'd to is buying these so expensive bikes.
Jesus Christ, dude. I never really ridden
Critical
a dirt bike.
underscore shot 13 said I have heard it, I guess.
Power Wheels?
None but Day Truth asks wheelies.
Power Wheels. Well, wheelies too, but Power Wheels. I was talking about the Power Wheels.
Critical underscore shot 13 said yup.
I had that when I was younger too. Wheelies I had when I was younger. I used to BMX, I used to rollerblade. I could never really get into skateboarding. So, if you don't know what Lancaster is basically like a desert. So I would go mountain riding, and we used to have jumps that we would ride around, like BMX jumps we would ride around. And so I would do that a lot. So that was always really fun. But then, yeah, my bike got stolen, so I couldn't do that no more. You know how that is. But then, whatchamacallit, I did that. I did, get that and get over here.
Critical underscore shot 13 said the e-bicycle I'm buying is around $700.
Dude, I need to get a bike like that. I need to get myself. I wish I had extra. I wish I had a. No, I don't actually. Thinking about it, I have a car. Like if I was to ever buy anything like a bike of some sort, a motorcycle of some sort, or a bike of some sort, it would be a motorcycle and it would be a Harley. That would be the thing I would buy.
Critical underscore shot 13 said nah, the car is beast. None but Day Truth said you could always buy some on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I would no. I would buy like a Harley if I was going to have a motorcycle. I'm not myself ever going to really ride one. Just am not. Maybe eventually. No, not even eventually. I'm not going to even pretend like I will.
Support a creator code old army.
Like I'm not going to even pretend like I will.
Critical underscore shot 13 said I would like a bobber.
A bobber? What's a bobber? What's a bobber shot? I don't know what that
Critical
is.
underscore shot 13 said bobber is a type.
Bobber is a type of bike?
Critical underscore shot 13 said a bullet motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
Critical underscore shot 13 said yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. All I know is Harley Davidson.
Said you never answered my question.
What's
what
up?
boot knife do you carry or recommend?
Oh,
Critical underscore shot 13 said like Harley.
okay. I really don't have one, dude. To answer your
Critical underscore shot 13 said also have bobber.
Answer you, save. I really don't have a type of knife I would recommend. I don't go too deep into it like that. When it comes down to knives, as long as it's sharp and it cuts, you know. That's basically what I look for. I really don't have too much of a big
None
thing
but
like that.
Truth said what did you carry when you were deployed?
Literally just a knife that I had from the that I got from the PX. I don't know what type it was. I don't know what it was, but I used to carry that. I was a 25 Lima, so I would carry that, multi-tool, and some crimpers.
Critical underscore shot 13 said bobber, motorcycle. A custom motorcycle style that's stripped down for speed and weight typically involves removing the front fender and shortening the rear fender. Other modifications include removing excess bodywork and superfluous parts.
I got you. I got you. No, I wouldn't have anything in particular
Critical
that I.
Underscore shot 13 said so it's fast.
Yeah, I get you. It's like a crotch rocket. Dude, this is so sick. You hear it? No, I didn't have when I was like, even if I had been downrange, I didn't have. I bought whatever knife was at the PX. I didn't have. I didn't look at the particular type or the particular name. Just whatever was there, dude. Honestly, that's just how that is. So I don't have a particular type of boot knife. I don't have a particular brand that I can offer you. I would just say anything that's basically there, you know?
Swan Levansville said I'll chill now. None but Day Truth said
What's
I
up?
see so brand wasn't
Yeah.
her thing.
No, brand was never my thing. Yeah, I went over to see what's going on with Reed. Y'all say he was all crashing out, but he's over there, you know, he seems
Critical
good.
underscore shot 13 said if you search for Bobber, search for Indian Scout Bobber.
Yeah, I'll look for it, dude, eventually. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Reed didn't seem like he was crashing out. He seemed good. Anyway. But yeah, no, I don't have a particular type of knife that I would go for. I didn't go for brands. I just kind of went with what was there. You know, and what I could afford. My brand is whatever the cheapest thing is that I can afford that gets the job done. Like, I'm cheap nowadays. Wasn't always the case. Was not always the case by any means. Let me see, when I was in
Critical
Korea.
underscore shot 13 said do you know the brand Indian? It's an American motorcycle brand.
Yeah, I think so.
None but Day Truth said type shit face with tears of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji.
Whatever the, cheapest one was. Like, I was
Critical
cheap.
underscore shot 13 said the name is Indian.
Yeah, I'm about to look into it, dude.
Swan Levanspil said he was getting pissed at every even Tom.
I heard y'all were saying that he was crashing out, but I was like, what's going on? It didn't seem like it to me right now. No, what I was saying is, I was cheap. Except for when I was in Korea. I think I went through, within my 2 years in Korea, I went through, I think, at least 15 cell phones. 15 different cell phones. It got
Swan
so bad.
Levanspil said he chilled.
Yeah.
None but Day Truth said be honest, was her wife impressed when she knew you was a soldier at the time?
Nah, because she knew a lot of soldiers. She knew a lot of soldiers. Let me see. When I was in Korea, so I'm
None
cheap
but Day Truth
nowadays.
said 15 is wild face with tears of joy emoji.
Oh
face
no,
with
dude.
Tears of joy emoji.
And that's just that's really that's a generous estimate. When I was in Korea, no joke, I would. Okay, so keep it. This part probably not going to be the most PG thing there is, so I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys. I was drunk when I was in Korea, constantly, like every day. Like I could take if you guys are not from California, if you
Critical
guys are not
underscore
from
shot said damn.
if you guys are not from the United States, y'all probably don't know what Old English is. But a 40 ounce of Old English.
None
But
but Day Truth said get you a 1970s Nokia rolling on the floor laughing emoji never fails.
yeah, no, I was drunk all the time. So I would get, and I was very angry. So I would go buy a phone. By the end of the week, I have already thrown that phone and broke it against the wall of some way, shape, or form, or on the floor. I would take my phone and just smash, and then just go buy a new one. That's just what I would do. So 15 is literally a generous estimate. What you call it? When I was in Korea, they had this $5 won beer bar. It wasn't the
None but
best
Day Truth
beer.
said you were a crash out. Face with tears of joy emoji. Face with
Oh,
tears of joy emoji.
number one
Critical
crash
underscore
out.
shot said buy the Nokia 3310.
Number
None
one
but Day
crash
Truth
out,
said, are
dude.
you still one? Rolling on
Nah,
the floor laughing emoji loudly crying face emoji.
nah. I calmed down in my older age. Not even so much older age, but in my cheaper age, I'm much more cheaper than I am these days than I was back then. No, I'm not a crash out these days. I can. Don't get me twisted. If I'm pushed to it, yes, I can easily flip the switch. Anybody can. But I'm not so much these days, honestly.
Critical underscore shot said nah, but when Warzone is in front of him.
Oh yeah, no. When Warzone's in front of me, I'm not even joking. I uninstalled Call of Duty and Warzone again already. I completely totally uninstalled it because I almost punched my computer screen. I'm not even joking. I almost punched my computer screen. I almost broke my desk and punched
Critical
my computer
underscore
screen.
shot said he will be a different man.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like
None
within
but day truth said face with tears of joy
like
emoji.
not even within like 5 seconds, I almost punched my computer screen. Like I was just like, okay, I need to uninstall. Like a game that gets me that angry, I need to stop playing. That's why I'm kind of playing this game today right now, because Fortnite was starting to get to that point, and I don't want to have to uninstall Fortnite. That's why I'm like doing this today. I was like, cause I don't like being like, contrary to most popular belief, I don't like being that angry. You know, I really don't.
None but day truth said I broke my keybinds through pushing it all the way down.
Oh yeah, that's
None
not
but
even a
day
joke.
truth said on my laptop. Critical
I'm not
underscore
even-
shot said yap.
I'm not even joking. My D button on my laptop is busted because from me pressing on it, because I used to play Call of Duty all the time. My D button on my piece on right here on my laptop is completely busted. You see, I'm pressing it right now, but I'm not moving. That's why I have this. From me smashing on the button so dang much. I'm not even joking.
None but day truth said loudly crying face emoji, loudly crying face emoji.
That's just how that is. It's why I had to get a
Swarm
new.
of Ansible said I'ma go back to read stream.
So it's all good, dude.
Critical underscore shot said I just don't use my laptop keyboard, that's why.
Yeah, no, mine is busted. Okay, Swamp. Okay, fan. The Swole Only fan, please. Reed's, I swear to y'all, Reed's chat be nuts. You see, y'all read that, right? His case. So if y'all don't know, his name is Swoko, right? His chat. That's one of his chatters, and it say Swole Only fans, please. Swoko fans be crazy. They nuts, y'all.
Kofi Stream Bot said visit old on
Oh my
my
God.
Kofi page at.
But no, yo, I was crash. Oh my God, back in them days, I was a crash out beyond belief. Jesus, man, this is so much.
Critical underscore shot said because my keyboard is a lot cheaper than my laptop's keys.
Oh yeah, I get that. But yeah, so
Critical
That was
underscore
back in them
shot said
day.
Naswan Levens is cursed.
OnlyFans is cursed. But yeah, so no, that's why when I was in Korea, oh my God, the level that I would hit, the levels that I would hit, I broke so many. So, okay, so how much I would drink when I was in Korea? You guys know malt liquor, right? You guys heard of malt liquor or know of malt liquor? I think Save will probably know about it, right? Old English, right? Old English. That was my drink of choice. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Hold on. So,
Critical underscore shot said nah army crashing out
Oh.
after drinking soju. Critical underscore shot said I know old monk.
Old English. Let's see. Malt. Let me see. Old English beer. There it is. So,
Critical underscore shot said I know old monk drink.
yeah. This is Old English, right? And this right here would be Old English. This is what I would drink an entire case of. So imagine 12 of these, 40 ounces. 40 ounces of this. And that was what I would drink. And that was my drink daily, an entire case to myself. It's malt liquor. I don't even know how many proof it is. So I would drink that entire thing to myself when I was in Korea. That's what it was.
Critical underscore shot said, damn that nuts.
Yeah. That is what I would drink to myself. It was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so King of Crash Out, that's what I was back in them days. It's like I can still get to that point, but I do my best not to these days. Mainly because I am an adult. That's just how that goes, you know? But with that very much being said, la, 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 la.
Nobi said, Army, you won't believe what Reed called me.
What did he call you? What did he call you, Nobi? What happened?
Critical underscore shot said, yeah, by uninstalling Warzone he is getting away. Swan Levansville said, shut up.
Shut up, Nobi.
Swan Levansville said, Nobi.
What did Reed call you? Nobi, what did Reed call you? It's all good. It's a safe space here.
Nobi said he called me poor disappointed face emoji.
He called you
underscore
poor.
shot said on.
Oh
Critical
my
underscore
god.
shot said on.
Hold on real quick. Let's go over here. Let's pull him up.
Nobi said, tell him I'm a very rich Sigma.
You tell me you're very rich Sigma.
Critical
Let's
underscore shot said our Sigma. Bot Rick's official said
I have
support a
2
creator
jobs.
code old army.
What name one?
I write for the paper locally, and I coach.
You write for the paper?
Swan Levansville said good Nobi.
Yeah.
Nobody. Are we
Holy
serious?
nobody. What do? You work at a bank, and you
I do
use
your
you
pocket.
use calcs all day? Okay.
Don't use the calculator. I can do it
Chat,
on my head. You
calc is slang for calculator.
Oh god.
I'm just using
Stop.
slang. I'm just using slang, chat.
Oh my god, dude.
Why you pick on Nobi? Army, I'm gonna be honest. Nobi deserves it. Thoughts? Thoughts, chat?
Thoughts.
I like Drake's music, but not him. I think Drake's gay.
Nobi, he said you deserve it,
But that's not
Nobi.
why I don't like him.
He said you deserve it, Nobi. What's good with that?
I suck at this video game.
I know.
Do you know? Awesome, man.
Nobi said, oh hell nah, BRB.
Got my kills.
Critical underscore shot said hee hee.
I forgive you.
That's funny. Ah, they're gonna go over there. They're gonna do their thing. Oh yeah. So yeah, back in them days. Let me get this up real quick so I can be done with it. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So back in them days, I was prime A crash out constantly all the time. I got into like 5 fights when I was in
Danny
89.
Daisy said Nobi come back meme dang he won beef. Danny Daisy said beef.
Am I
Critical
still?
underscore shot said bro was like fine.
So no, I'm not a crash out, but these days. It's good with your flow. I want to say these days I'm not so much a crash out. Mainly because I've had to basically calm down. I became a father. You know? So I had to basically calm down.
Critical underscore shot said and boss changed the schedule on Twitch.
I will eventually. I'm not so big on Twitch, so not really my biggest thing to worry about, but I'll flip that around. And get that. Dude, this is so much. I've been working on this for a minute now. Who knew this game was so addictive? Holy crap. But yeah, so...
Critical underscore shot said, but I watch on Twitch.
Okay. I'll change it. I'll flip it around. I'll figure it out. So, like... When I was in Korea, that was a thing. What else?
Critical
Also
underscore
that-
shot said, for me this game is boring and you refund.
Ah, thank you. So, like, also...
Critical underscore shot said starstruck emoji, starstruck emoji, starstruck emoji, starstruck emoji.
Wait, where did it go? Wait. Here. So, like, when I was in Korea, that Old English was my favorite, was my drink of choice, and then Jack and Coke. So Jack Daniels and Coke, and then Three Wise Men. So if you guys don't know what a drink is, the drink Three Wise Men was, it is Jack, Jimmy, and Jose. So
Nobody
Jack
said I'm
Daniels.
hanging out with you. Army Reed's chat is bullying me.
Aw,
Critical underscore shot said, oh I know Jack Daniel, I have a lot here.
yeah. So
Nobody said I ain't going back.
oh, Nobi, you good here? We got you. Nothing but love here. Nothing but love here. But yeah, so my drink was
Critical underscore shot
Three
said,
Wise
nah,
Men.
Reed chat is nuts.
Yeah, they are nuts. He got a guy calling for him to give him a asking for an OnlyFans. What do you expect? But no, so like, I was
Danny Daisy said I'm a switch between both y'all.
Thank you. So, Three Wise Men. It was
Nobody said
Jack
okay,
Daniels. It was Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, and Jose Cuertos. That was my drink of choice. All three of them equal parts mixed into a shot glass. And that was the drink. Yep, jump down. Blink. And that was the drink. Jimmy, Jack, and Jose. God dog it. That was my favorite drink, next to Old English. So Old English was the beer that I would drink almost daily. So yes, when I was in Korea, I was an absolute crash out. I don't even know. We would, in Korea, this is how bored we would get in Korea. We would go to the gym, throw on boxing gloves, and just box each other. Full force.
Critical underscore
Just
shot
hitting
said
each
I
other.
still remember my first question on your first stream that I saw it was Pepsi or Coke. Nobi said I personally don't like when PPL drink BC. My dad was an alcoholic.
Yeah, I don't drink no more, Nobi, so I don't drink alcohol anyway, any way, shape, or form right now these days. I'm just talking about back in my younger days when I was in Korea. The reason why, Nobi, the reason why I'm talking about that was because I told everybody in chat that I went through 15 cell phones within 2 years. So, and the reason I went through 15 cell phones in 2 years was because I was an absolute crash out at that point in my life. I broke it. I remember one time I got into, this is and no joke, this is what happened, right? I had got a brand new phone, right? It was
Nobi
some
said,
phone.
oh that's expensive.
Oh yeah, I didn't care about money at
Critical
the time.
underscore shot said BC he was crash you out.
Yeah. So no, I was true story, right? When I was in Korea, right? there was this time this guy, one of my soldiers, because at
Danny
the time,
Daisy said, "Oh, I'm Srinobi."
so one of the time, one of my soldiers was like, I had got a brand new phone.
Shot said he needs
Okay.
a Nokia 3310.
Let me start over real quick. So I was in Korea. I had got a brand new phone. I was showing this phone off to everybody. I think the phone cost me like $500 to $600, something like that. Yeah, around there. And so I'm sitting there showing off my brand new phone, right? And then one of my soldiers walked up like, "Yeah, it's a brand new phone." Like, "Oh, it's a pretty cool phone." But he's like, "I bet you won't throw it though." He's like, like, 'cause I was known for throwing my phones, right? He's like, "I bet you won't throw it though." Without hesitation, not even joking, took it, bah! Right on the floor. Thing shattered, broke, everything. Just went and bought a new one the next day. He only said it once. He only said it once.
250 said, "Sorry, I wasn't here, but I have to leave. I have to tomorrow and have a great day."
Yeah.
Nobi said, "Dude, that's a 4070 graphics card exploding head emoji."
Yeah.
Critical underscore
Yeah.
shot said, "BHHFFFFF he he ha a cat with
I'm not
tears
even
of
joking.
joy emoji, cat with tears of joy
I just
emoji,
did it.
cat with tears of
wasn't
joy
even-
emoji, cat with tears of joy emoji,
It wasn't
face
like
with
anything
tears of
bad.
joy
He didn't
emoji,
say
face
anything
with
bad.
tears
He
of
didn't
joy
do
emoji,
anything
face with
crazy.
tears of joy emoji.
I just went, okay, whatever,
Swan
and did it.
Levance said, "Nobi, did you unsub?" Nobi said, "I won't answer that." Swan Levance.
It was crazy.
Swan Levance said, "Oh, you did."
So that's how crazy I was. I was like, when I say I was an absolute crash out in Korea, I truly do mean that. I was an absolute crash out in Korea. For absolutely no
Swan Levance
reason.
said, "Okay."
For absolutely no reason. Like
Critical
I have.
underscore shot said, "The only guy is here again, haha."
So yeah, that was insane. That was
Nobi
insanity.
said, "Dude, I am the definition of crash out."
But not even joking. Like it was absolutely ridiculous how crazy I was back in them days. But yeah, I don't know.
Kofi Stream Bot said, "Visit old my plays' Kofi page at."
So let me ask you guys.
Swan Levance asks, "Sorry, Nobi, we chill?"
So let me ask you guys.
Nobi said, "No, we're not Swan Levance."
Ooh, Nobi laying down that law.
Swan Levance said, "Oh, okay."
Nobi laying down that law. So real quick, guys, I had a question for you. How do you guys kind of like this stream like
Critical
this?
underscore shot said, "Nah."
How do y'all like this stream like this? Like just more or less just kind of like chill and talking and things like that. So
Nobi
how do
said,
y'all?
"Y'all bullying me like I can't give you all 24 hours on Rate a stream."
That's true.
Critical underscore shot said, "Bro just demolished his apology." Critical underscore shot said, "It's alright, I mean good." Swan Levance said, "I'm not."
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna stop the chat for a second. He said Nobi said he likes it. It was satisfying. He said, bro is mean, mean. So I was just saying, cause so tomorrow, like I'm probably not gonna do this again. We'll probably do this again. I don't know. Because I just want to, like I said, I'm trying my best not to crash out when it comes down to certain things, you know. So that's why I kind of switched from Fortnite and we hopped into this game today. And it was just more or less, honestly, just me yapping. And I like talking. Like, I'm not even joking. I really just like talking with you guys and hanging out with you guys. I don't need to be playing. When I'm playing Fortnite, it's a lot more sweatier for me. So, I mean, I enjoyed this. Honestly, I think I talked more here than I've done in almost all of my streams up to this point. So, yeah. I just wish I was, like, I'm glad you guys like this type of style of stream. Tomorrow, so I'm getting ready to wrap up here. I'm getting ready to wrap up here. What you call it? I want to say tomorrow question. So I'm gonna ask you guys this. Hold on real quick. Everybody, real fast. I'm gonna turn TTS back on. How do y'all feel about doing this again? Where we just sit down and talk and play this game? I have
Critical
a question.
underscore shot said no.
So I have a question. How do y'all feel about us sitting down playing this game, or would y'all like once we play
Danny Daisy said, oh, okay, pensive face emoji.
real quick before y'all go, I'm asking y'all, I want you guys to help me vote on this. Real quick. Like, how y'all feel about me doing this game again tomorrow and we just sit down and talk?
Danny Daisy
Or-
said yes, it was fun.
Or would y'all want to like
Critical underscore
sit down
shot said
and
it's
like
good, but not this game.
or would y'all want to like sit down and like play or go over like I went and downloaded all of Mass Effect. So we can sit down and we can play tomorrow. I can start playing Mass Effect.
Nobi said I'll be there the whole time.
So what do y'all think? Y'all want to do this one again, or y'all want to do like Mass Effect tomorrow? What do y'all feel like? I'm asking y'all because I'm
Critical
I'm
underscore
cool with
shot
whatever.
said you can change the game, yeah.
yeah. I feel like I probably might maybe. What about you, Nobi?
Critical underscore shot said Mass Effect.
What about you, Nobi?
Danny Daisy said yes again.
Yes, again. Danny, you want to do this game again?
Nobi said it's whatever, it will be better than Reed's streams.
Oh my God, dude! What did he do to
Critical
you?
underscore shot said damn.
What did he do to you, man?
Danny Daisy said yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, just talking. Okay, guys. Nope, you
Critical
be good,
underscore
okay?
shot said Reed is regretting.
He is regretting it. Okay, y'all. Well, with that very much being said, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to be done for the day. It's 3 o'clock over here. It was fun. I liked actually just yapping and not having to be focused so hard on the game.
Nobi said he's being an asshole. BC, I was talking to another dude.
Because you were talking to another dude.
Critical underscore shot said come on Discord.
Yeah.
Nobi said like I was messing with him. Critical underscore shot said okay boss.
Okay, y'all.
Danny Daisy said might play it while I watch I'd quiet, so satisfying.
Yeah, it is. This game is really fun, actually. I don't know why. Why is this game so satisfying? I mean, doing a pressure washer in real life is actually kind of the same thing, to be truly honest with you guys. Like, if you guys have ever actually used an actual pressure washer, it is so much fun. Like, it is. Like, this is, like, it's just, But, yeah. Okay, guys. We'll have to catch you guys tomorrow. It'll be same time, same thing, same stream.
Danny Daisy said OMG yes.
Same
Critical
thing.
underscore shot said okay boss, see you next one. Plaza come on Discord.
Yo, Army.
Swoko Gaming said Army.
He came right as I'm leaving,
Critical underscore
Swoko.
shot said Plaza okay. Old Army Plays 2 said welcome Swoko Gaming. You have
What's
been
good,
awarded some
Swoko?
points. Use points to check your
Ah,
balance.
he just ended stream. So you
Swoko
just ended
Gaming
streaming?
said I am here to say hi.
Well, what's up, dude?
Danny
Just say,
Daisy
call me
said
Azra
I
as
used
ended
to do
stream.
yard work it's so satisfying. Swoko Gaming said dang it.
Yeah.
Critical underscore shot said damn. Critical underscore shot said hee hee.
Okay, guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, okay? Y'all have a good one.
Danny Daisy
Peace
said
out.
see you later Army, have a good day.
Swoko, I hope you had a good stream. I don't know why, but Nobi said you were picking on him, so. I'll see y'all
Nobi
later.
said,
Y'all
"See
have a
you
great
later,
day.
Army, have an amazing day.
Thank you. You too. You guys have a
Critical
great
underscore
day.
shot
Have a
said,
great
come on
night.
Disc boss bye.
See you later. Oh, I'll be around on Discord too if y'all want to hang out there too. I'll be there too. Okay. Peace out. Love, peace, chicken grease, y'all.
Swoko Gaming said love you brother. All love Nobi, I was JS playing.